Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? We're back. We're here. We're live on YouTube. Oh my gosh. So thank you. This is actually the soundtrack from Claire Obscura Expedition 33, which I would highly recommend if you have not played it. Check it out. It's an extremely beautiful, very fun, very sorrowful game, actually. It's a very, what? Oh yeah, I don't know what happened there, but yeah, let's.
Did Shay do that?
I don't think so. I think I bumped into something.
Did I do that?
I don't think so. I think, remember when we were on the chairs? Like on the chair together?
You and Shay?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I bumped my hip against the side of the chair. Yes. What he's looking at, you guys can see it on camera, is I have a big old bruise right here that I just noticed today. But I think I bumped something.
Maybe.
I think I bumped something yesterday. It doesn't hurt though, which is nice. Like, it doesn't hurt or anything, but yeah.
Where are these things coming from?
Dude, I don't know.
I got my paintballs.
Have you been going to paintball
Like, I don't
without
know
me?
what's going on, but like...
Are we being beat up in our
I
sleep?
got this random like paintball shot on my bicep, and I have no idea where it came from.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from
I
either.
don't do paintball.
No, we don't do any sort of paintball activities, so what I got banned for, let's talk about it a little bit before we get started on today's activities, because yes, last stream, you might have noticed we got cut off randomly. YouTube didn't even really notify us. Like, we had no indication until Shay, who thankfully was in our chat, and watching us, like, texted me and went,
I have a bomb that I, not literally a bomb, dear God, but like I have it joking in Minecraft. I have, like, if I put this in front of the camera, it will destroy us all.
Yes.
I'm holding a plastic prop.
Yeah, so what happened is on Tuesday, I was streaming. I was finishing up the sanding on my armor, which I did complete that day, even still on stream, just not here on YouTube. And I'll show you guys that here in a moment. But what happened is I was working on sanding, and Chaos Cultist had just finished assembling and priming one of our next big props for an upcoming cosplay thing that we want to do, as well as some video content. And it happened to be a pipe pistol from Fallout 4. You've seen it thousands of times, if not hundreds of thousands of times, in Let's Plays, blowing people's heads off. However, when Chaos Cultist decided to show off the unpainted, but primed, plastic gray prop, YouTube's bots just went, oh my God, that's a gun. And completely, I'm not picking on him. So like, I definitely think that YouTube's bots just were like, it's a gun. I don't think they were listening, because like Chaos Cultist, I believe, like
I filed an appeal through our channel with YouTube about the issue, and within 4 minutes, I checked the timestamps, they had rejected it.
Yep. Yeah, and so we were basically banned from streaming for roughly 24 hours.
Yeah, but the notifications of how long it was actually going to be, I kind of thought it was going to be a week.
Yeah, we were panic doing a lot of research of like, okay, have we actually got a strike? Like, what's going on? What is the penalty for like a first strike or anything? And we weren't even sure we actually had a strike, because YouTube
had not have a strike. We clarify that.
Yeah.
We did not have a strike, but we did breach community
guidelines.
Per, I think, the automated AI, but because nothing actually happened and it wasn't like confirmed to be, because what I think the 24-hour thing is, I think when it's a serious issue like a firearm, they may actually submit that for human approval, but maybe it only happens in bulk at like every day. Yeah, I get what you're saying. So they check it and go, oh no, that person doesn't actually need a ban. Yeah, YouTube did tell us what the issue was. They banned the stream and cut us off from streaming because we had a community violation in regards to firearms. Which had to have been the prop. Because the only other, like... Right, turn down the music, it got real loud. Yeah, no, I understand. Because the only other props that I had on screen was a helmet and a shoulder pad. And so it had to have been the prop gun. And so what I think it is, Jack, is yes, you are correct. There are many other channels, admittedly less than there used to be, but GunTube used to be more of a thing. Mm-hmm. However, they are posting videos,
Yes.
not live streams. And the thing about videos, when you upload video to YouTube, is YouTube has to do what is called processing after you upload it. Now, I don't know everything that they have to do. It's obviously some level of compression and optimization, but it does give their bots time to view the footage.
Good.
Your eyes got big staring at the screen, and I got scared.
Oh, no. There's a question about how we got banned that I was going to cover again in a second, but
Yeah, but the problem is when you're doing it live, so if you upload a video with a firearm, YouTube can review that and check to make sure nothing bad has happened.
yes.
And then it can go live. If it's live, like we're talking to you right now, there's only a 10 to 20 second delay. Therefore, if it wasn't a prop, and if something did suddenly happen with the non-prop, then that would be up on YouTube immediately, and they don't want that. So I think that's why they're more strict on live stream than potentially video.
Yeah, than videos, and which is unfortunate and a little bit, I will say, of a double standard. But I do understand it. I'm just like,
one of my favorite YouTubers this morning posted a video of himself holding a famous science fiction gun.
Yep.
And it's just the big thumbnail, and that's not a problem. But I show an unpainted Fallout 4 weapon, and
we get banned. But yeah, I do kind of think the world has gone mad. But yeah, the basic gist of what happened is we showed an unpainted. We haven't even painted the damn thing yet. So as much as Rex, as you're saying, it must have been a very realistic paint job. Unfortunately, no, it wasn't painted at all. It's gray. Yeah, it's got filler primer on it, so it's a flat gray.
Because we do live in Cali, California, after all.
Of course.
It doesn't have an orange tip on it, because I have painted the orange tip.
Yes.
So maybe because of that, it exists in a dubious legal space.
Yeah, I assume so. But like, I really assume the difference is this is a live stream versus a edited, they have to process it video, and that's where the ban came in.
And guys, I had 2/3 of a script written for a big drama video about us being banned. I was like, we're gonna make lemonade out of these lemons.
Yep.
And no, I didn't even get to do that because the ban was only 24 hours.
Yeah, because I was like, afterwards, I was like, oh, we shouldn't, I really don't think we should do a drama video now, because like, we're already back. Like, we can literally stream tomorrow. Yeah. Yes, Black County Apex Nerd, yes, I am back. I am back. My ban was temporary for 24 hours because I made
You're a real YouTube streamer now. You've been banned.
I have. I've made it, guys. We've done it. I am officially one of the cool kids because I got banned. So that's fun. Yeah.
But we have something more fun for you today, chat.
Yes.
Something far more fun.
Indeed.
We've given you a little bit of time to congregate, and I think it's time for everyone to gather now to watch the Fallout.
Yes, let's do it. Although I think it's reverse for them.
I have it reversed on here in the hopes that maybe it will slow down.
Oh, got it. Okay, cool.
But it's just a trailer, so we should be fine. He said, knocking on wood. So yeah, I'm just going to give this a minute before we turn on the Fallout Season 2 official trailer. If you haven't seen it, it dropped 6 hours ago. Not to build too much hype, I'm excited.
I'm so excited. Oh my God, you guys. Like, I'm really, really excited. I cannot wait for this new season. This trailer is, there's so much in it. There's so much in it, and we definitely have to talk about it. And while we talk about it, I'm gonna end up working on a bunch of weathering on some Fallout bottle caps. I've got some Sunset Sarsaparilla ones.
Go into this one because it's covered by.
Oh, you're right. I've got 2 types right now. I've got the Sunset Sarsaparilla. Whoop. Focus. There we go. Sunset Sarsaparilla. And then, of course, Nuka-Cola.
Fallout 3 Nuka-Cola.
Yeah, Fallout 3 Nuka-Cola, which I really like.
The metal rims.
I love the metal rims. I love the metal rims as well. I know, it's so good.
All right.
I know, they really are. It's so, like, I genuinely don't know why I still, like I said, I feel like YouTube has some dumb double standards.
I get it. Did you want to show this?
Yes. So one of the things that I've been working on, because we are planning some Fallout stuff, obviously.
Next week's painting tutorial.
Yes, this is going to be next week's painting tutorial.
This is actually the test one.
It is. So we printed up some stim packs. I'm trying to get it to focus and not look at my face. There we go. So we printed some stim packs. This is my first attempt at it. I did a little bit of weathering paint-wise, and then it's actually a lot of weathering powders, which frankly worked really well with the PLA.
I kind of assume that this is like
it fills it in. It fills it in a little bit, and it actually like on some of the silver, like look at the top a little, like with that silver powder, it really emphasizes it nicely. So I'm really excited. This is what we're working on for next week, and I'm really happy with how it's turned out so far.
Yeah, and we're going to upgrade.
We are.
That one has a. You want to talk about?
Oh, well, one of the things I was going to say is, first, we are missing the wires right now. Don't worry, we're going to get those, but we haven't picked up the wire yet. But we will put the little wires that go to the sides. But yes, you'll notice that inside this one, we used an opaque red and white to print it. We've also actually printed this version with clear on top.
Yeah, with a translucent pet G.
And I think it looks really, really cool. And I actually, in the future, I want to actually get a translucent red to make it also be a little bit more like it's a vial filled with like
it's all dirtied up and such.
Yes.
You won't be able to tell the difference.
Exactly. But I really, really like how that is all coming out. Oh, and then the other thing that we have printed.
These things are way too tight. We can't use them for actual containers because they will never open. But we have Mentats.
Yes, we have the Mentats container. And we've actually printed, this one cannot open. We'd accidentally sealed it.
I had to get it shut. I had to use force.
But we also have the cherry Mentats. And there's actually a container for the grape, the orange, and the berry version as well. No, I remember distinctly, at least unless there was extra ones that I just didn't see, but in the file that I saw where we got this one from, it was the cherry, then there was a purple one, which was grape, a blue one, which was berry, and an orange one, which was orange.
Okay.
So maybe there's a lemon one down the line, but not that I've seen. And these are all, the colored ones, like the flavored ones, these are from 4, right?
Yes.
They introduced because you could do... That's right. That's what it was. But this is like the normal Medtech Mentats container with the green and the red.
And the art has changed a few times over the years from the first, second, and third game.
True. I think we're mostly printing stuff from...
I think it's actually a lot of it's 76 now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we're printing stuff from mostly modern stuff, like either 4, 76.
Who use the same.
Who all use the same assets and everything. And then we have found a couple things from 3, and then of course like a couple things from New Vegas. But New Vegas has some really cool stuff in there. I want to print a New Vegas prop gun, but they're all legitimately too real world gun.
Well, that's what
except for like
the laser stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only way I would be able to do it is I would need to do like the Euclid or something like that. Yeah. Where it's got the
anti-material rifle is literally just like a 50 cal.
Yeah.
Like Baron.
The thing is, like, I want the survivalist rifle load. Because like that's literally what I use. Like that's what I played with in the game.
Yeah.
So much. I would love to I wouldn't be able to do that one.
I'm sure they probably exist as STLs. It's just not something we could do on YouTube.
Right, but it might be something to add to the costume like later on, just for like a cool.
Well, that's
additional thing.
I mean, that's the thing is like what I want to do is either get you a laser pistol or the Nuka-Cola pistol, because those are both like convention safe pinup girl.
Yes.
Firearms.
Yeah, there we go.
Whereas like doing something with the full-on like rifle-looking prop is probably something more of a photo shoot.
Yes. Well, that's kind of what I would want to like. I don't want to take the rifle to a con or anything. Because I don't want to. The reason that I wouldn't want to do it, Orpheus, is because it's actually a rifle. Like it would look like a rifle. Like if I weathered it.
Some cons, and keep in mind, folks, we're in California.
Yeah.
And while I am a liberal, I do understand how some things are a bit overly strict here.
Yes.
And so I would not want to risk something like that. Whereas like the Nuka-Cola pistol.
Yes.
They make these with water gun STLs.
What? Oh my God, that's amazing! I want that so badly.
Right,
that would be.
I think we've spent enough time, though. I think we can actually watch the preview.
Yes, let's watch the preview. I want to show this to you guys because I want us all to chat about it. Because oh my God, it's fucking amazing.
So I've seen a lot of things. Many a deer have to fall. Crazy things. unnatural things.
In the game.
The aggressive
people?
stabbing of that rad roach.
They're grueling, Matt. All in the wonderful game.
I would be a good person too if I grew up in some cozy little impenetrable home. I have to steal and stab and fib all the goddamn time just to get by.
What exactly is it you plan on doing once we find your daddy?
Gonna bring him to justice. So people know that how they conduct themselves matters. And they don't give up hope.
There's so much in this
Stuff
that I'm
we
just like,
fight
holy
for.
shit.
Story has it
NCR,
he's
that's
believing
cool.
Those things too.
I've been wastelanding for 200 years. I've kept myself alive for one reason. To find my family.
Exactly, Geomax.
Well then, you're gonna need friends.
That's gotta be super.
It's such a super mutant. Like, there's no way it's not.
I'll come back.
Mm-hmm.
I understand we're discussing a civil war. I must not have gotten my invitation.
They're actually beginning to get along.
Power fist. Geyser. Oh yeah, that is him, isn't it? We never talked about that. I have a theory.
So this is Vegas, huh? I'd ask why my dad ran into a den of monsters, but he'd probably just tell me to shut the fudge up.
Okay, so gosh darn it, there is so much happening in this trailer. Holy shit. Not only do we get to see House, who I don't think is alive, but I think that might be an AI version of him. That's my theory. That's your theory. I want the theory I specifically want you to talk about is your theory behind the Courier, Ulysses, and the Ghoul. But like, so, okay, here's the thing. Like, so yeah, we've got House. We think he might be dead, but with an AI backup of himself. Obviously, Kaiser's Legion is still around, which is very exciting, but they seem to have split.
Well then, you're gonna need friends.
But one of the big things.
There's
Let's
a
take
war
one thing
coming.
at a time.
Yeah,
Take
yeah.
one thing at a time.
Let's talk about
I want to talk about this scene right here. All right, as we go after we see the flashback of Walter Goggins meeting back up with his, I think that was his daughter.
Yeah, with his daughter. No, that was his daughter.
Okay, hugging his family member. There, we cut to a black screen and we hear this voice.
Well then, you're gonna need friends.
That's a super mutant,
There's
hands down, without a
war
doubt.
coming.
Like, you cannot convince me otherwise.
So there's a war coming, and I think we're probably all going to agree that was a super mutant because that wasn't a ghoul.
No.
And that sounded like one of the super intelligent ones.
Yes, yes.
So here, and you made the excellent point that this place that we're seeing all of the Brotherhood of Steel.
It's the boomers.
It's the boomers.
It's their warehouses. This is
They're hangars.
yes, thank you. This is the hangar that you meet up with the boomers in and eventually get the quest to pull the plane out of Lake Mead. And eventually you bring that plane into those hangars.
Yeah.
And during the end of Fallout New Vegas, sorry, spoilers for any of you that haven't played it, but the game's been out for like 20 plus years. In the end of Fallout New Vegas, when you go to have your war at the dam, you can tell the boomers, if you help them retrieve the plane, hey, I'd love for you to bomb these guys because they are going on their pilgrimage. They are getting the fuck out of Vegas. They're fixing that plane up.
Captain Geek, if that ends up being Ron Perlman as a super mutant, everything will have come full circle on Fallout. And I'll be very happy.
Oh my God, yeah, that would actually be amazing. And it kind of does have a Ron Perlman vibe to it.
It sounds like anymore because I'm sure he's up there in years.
I haven't heard Ron Perlman since like,
Yeah.
the Hellboy 2. I don't know. I feel like that's the last film I watched him in.
So, but what's important about this Super Mutants line
Yes.
is that there is a war coming.
Yes.
And we know from Fallout Season 1, the NCR is dead. And
They're fucked.
And we see the ghouls speaking to what looks like a former NCR soldier who's in ragged-ass armor, like they're dead.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Maybe on the right thing, that would help. So the Brotherhood seems to be securing something from the Brutes.
Yes.
I think they are securing whatever this is.
And we've had two theories. Originally, we were thinking that maybe they were missiles. What? Do you see a spider?
Yeah.
I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll just smushed.
Different one?
Different one, yeah. I think that one's dead.
Probably is.
But yeah, sorry, I had to deal with a spider. So the thing is like, so we've had a couple of theories of what we think might be in these silos.
My immediate first thought, sorry, a little too far. My immediate first thought was these are ICBMs that the Brotherhood of Steel wants to secure.
Right.
Before whatever happens in Vegas happens in Vegas.
But if you actually look at these in the trailer, they don't look like missiles. They actually kind of look like at the top they might be hinged, which makes me think that they're going to open. And you had a great theory of them being filled with fusion cores or something like that.
So I have a third theory. One was that maybe they could be storing fusion cores and that's why the Brotherhood is here. However, calling out the fact that... So these things are made up of multiple prongs with what looks like to be hinges at the top.
You're gonna need
Well,
friends.
I propose to you, Andy,
There's a war
Yes.
coming.
that when we first see the Brotherhood approaching, and it's probably hard to see at the resolution you guys are at.
Oh, you think those windmill-looking
tower-
things?
Yeah, the windmill towers that you can see around that
They've
base
opened them.
have been opened.
I think you're right.
So I think those might be, I don't know what they are, but I think they're the same thing.
Okay.
So I don't think that's Brotherhood guys actually raising them anymore.
Do you think...
NCR maybe.
Maybe NCR, okay.
Remnant,
Okay.
something like that.
I definitely don't think it would be Kaiser's Legion.
No.
Because they would be, I feel like they would just destroy it. I don't feel like they would be kind, like chill and just let them rise or whatever. And I also don't think there would only just be two of them.
No. And then what is...
I understand we're discussing a civil war.
Is this Maxwell? I know I'm off topic. Is this supposed to be the Master Maxwell?
That's what I want to know too, because I'm like, okay, this is obviously a leader of the Brotherhood, and
He's got the jacket.
He's got the jacket, and he came in with the vertibirds. Like, I feel like this is meant to be brother. Is it? It's not Maximus. It's like Maxim.
That was Maxwell.
Is it just Max? Is that what his name is? Is it Maxwell?
I'm double checking.
Okay. It's the kid in 3 who is the adult in 4 in the poofy jacket. I can't remember his name, but he's like the descendant of the colonel who originally like founded the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm trying to figure out
Max's son, Elder Maxim.
Maxson. Okay. So yeah, I'm wondering about that.
I guess he's Maxim. I'm not sure how I agree with this casting, considering he was in Avatar: The Last Airbender, but hey, we'll move on.
Right? Did we get? Okay, no, we're still alive. I was like, why? I didn't see anybody chatting recently, and I was just like, did we get cut off again for some reason?
I think they might just be listening.
That's absolutely fine. I just wanted to make sure that we were still actually live. I'm a little paranoid about it now.
Yeah,
Not a
so
god
we have this
invitation.
I think okay.
Yes, tell your theory about this because I love actually this theory and I think it's legit.
So where I think this entire season is leading is to the Lucky 38, Mr. House's casino on the Strip, his exclusive base. And I think what's going to happen is this war is factions that have survived are going to storm Vegas to retrieve what tech is left from now the remains of House's empire.
Yep.
Once again, kind of leaving it open to how exactly did New Vegas end. I just think the main point is House did not win, is the canon ending. And I think this shot here of a Brotherhood soldier fighting a Securitron in what looks like a warehouse. in a
But
kitchen.
with a kitchen, it's so weird.
I think this is training.
It
that they
looks
are
like
going
it.
through. I think this is the same warehouse that we saw the vertibird landing in earlier in the trailer. And this is where they're training to fight their way through the Lucky 38.
Because it's going to probably still be full of a bunch of Securitrons because they were all houses.
Yes.
And they're probably still programmed. I mean, we see House in this trailer, and I am convinced that Chaos Cultist is probably spot on and that House probably died. But House is a smart man. And he probably thought about the fact that he could be killed. Because he's
The
not...
fact that we see those make me a little questiony because this face on the Securitrons, I believe, only came from the Platinum chip.
Yes.
But I think when they were in the lab, when they're showing you the robots for like the first time,
Yes.
there are a few military ones that demo. So I do think there are ones without the Platinum chip being given to House.
Okay, that makes sense. But regardless...
The problem is he couldn't operate all of them.
Correct.
It was like the CPU that was going to actually control them.
Yeah, exactly. And like, so I really think, like, my theory for what ending of Fallout New Vegas this is pulling from is an NCR win with a obvious reason in season 1 for the NCR to, yeah, they won, but then they got fucked.
Yeah.
Like,
because there's now no one left to defend Vegas. Because if House is gone and the NCR is gone, well then.
okay, and now the thing is like, how the fuck did the Kings get ghoulified? So CZ had a great...
We'll come back to the war and the fight over what's going to happen in the...
I need this better be answered and it better have a good reason because I'm like, why are they all ghouls? They were not all ghouls in New Vegas. CC had a great theory that they uncovered one of Elvis... Elvis is like...
If you don't know what we're talking about, in Fallout New Vegas, there is a faction called the Kings, who are a group of humans who have found paraphernalia related to Elvis Presley in Las Vegas.
Yes.
But find no real documentation about him. They just find, like, outfits, statues, and some of his music.
Yeah, and so they're like, they start copying his, like, mannerisms and stuff.
And they basically become, like, a return to greaser gang. And because they idolize the king, baby. And the thing about it is no one really knows who he was, so they have a mythology around him, but none of them are zombies or ghouls.
And yeah, they are not ghoulified. So CC had a great, like, and I kind of hope this is the explanation, but they better just at least bare minimum give us an explanation for why this happened. But his theory is that somehow the Kings ended up finding, like, possibly props and costumes, like fresh ones, from backup dancers or something that were still heavily irradiated. They all put them on because you'll notice that they're all wearing roughly the same clothes, which they do not do in Fallout New Vegas, the game.
Well, they're all wearing Jailhouse Rock outfits, particularly.
Yes, and so I think Chaos Cultist like theory is great of that they found all these Jailhouse Rock outfits, they were irradiated, and they ghoulified because they're feral. Like they must have rapidly
like the Kings. The human gang has started to, because ghoulification of a group of humans normally takes years.
Yeah, so like they were like, I think they got blasted and just turned. And I'm very curious to like what the legitimate in-show explanation is going to be, because it's so weird. I mean, I love it.
In trouble for having a Fallout weapon on screen.
Yes. Oh.
All right, so. The the million cap question.
Yes.
What are we looking at here?
You think Thorn got overrun? Fair enough.
So the question, all right, my thought here we see him in all of his green flesh.
Yes, and all of his green glowy glory.
Yeah. So I think House is dead. Like, I still stand by we're getting an ending where House is biologically gone.
Yes.
However, I think it's important for the New Vegas fans to remember that he was experimenting with
artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence and personalities such as his Protectron, who had the personality of the Marilyn Monroe-like character.
Yes, the lady that you always spoke to and always gave the snow globes to turn in his quests.
So I believe has other Easter eggs throughout even the TV show, but we won't get into that.
Yes.
And what I have to imagine is House being as smart as he was and being most obsessed with power and control, not money. Always important to remember with him. would have set things up where even if he was dead, he would have maintained some ghost of control. And so I assume this is a backup house.
Yes, I think it's a backup house too. Mr. Turbo?
Possibly tied to the fact that in season 1, in season 1 of the show, they established that Robco had perfected RoboBrain tech.
Yep.
So it's
True.
also possible that maybe there was an emergency situation where the body died, killed by the as I almost said the Wanderer. It's not the Wanderer, it's the Courier.
The Courier.
Killed by the Courier. But then he got RoboBrain.
Yep.
Just an idea. He may still be alive if he's not an AI.
Yes. Mr. Turbo, we think this is going to be post-Courier.
Almost has to be.
It almost has to be because it wouldn't make sense otherwise. And technically,
the king situation, unless they kill all the kings and then a bunch of humans take over the kings.
I don't think that's what's happening. I think what's going to happen is this is post-Courier. My working theory right now with what I've been talking with CC about is that I think it's an NCR win. I think the Courier helped NCR win. But as we saw in season 1, the NCR got boned.
By probably the Enclave. Therefore, their victory meant nothing. House is potentially dead. I think this could either be RoboBrain House, and that's all, literally the brain is all that's left. You don't even get that husk of a carcass anymore. He's just a brain. Or I think I prefer to be a brain.
I think I kind of would too. It makes more sense in Fallout lore because especially for Vegas.
And the first season established the Vault Tech executives and managers are able to survive at least centuries.
Yes.
On RoboBrain tech if it's maintained properly.
Exactly. And also on top of that, I just lost my train of thought. Actually, I had a no. It's totally fine. The RoboBrain thing would be also appropriate because literally in Fallout New Vegas, there's an entire DLC where you were dealing with scientists' RoboBrains. And that's the entire thing you're dealing with. So I think it's totally fits the Fallout New Vegas vibe for him to be a RoboBrain. But I definitely think he's no longer the carcass husk in the tube that he was in the show.
Well, and I would also point, while the NCR was killed off pretty heavily by the Vault Tech nukes, and Vault Tech is the Enclave because the Enclave is the federal government.
Yep.
The federal government is who paid for Vault Tech.
Yep.
Yes, it took out Shady Springs and their capital. That doesn't mean there aren't still
remnants
townships still floating around. Because we even see in this, we do see some NCR remnant kind of still alive
with some really haggard-looking armor.
Yeah. So they're not, wiped
they're
out.
not doing well.
I wouldn't say exterminated, but yeah, they're not doing well. But the other reason, just to go back to the original question of, is this pre, post, or during New Vegas?
Yes.
I want to talk about Kaitar's Legion.
Yes.
We're actually beginning to get along.
Power Fist. Oh, gosh, she looks so good. Okay, this is so good.
All right, so this takes place at a Kaitar's camp.
Yes, and you will, if you look at this shot, it's a mirror of each other. There is 2 different command tents on either side, and there is actually a divide in the center of the area.
It had crucified individuals on it, almost like it's a warning to the other side.
Yes, and later on in this, I don't remember if we saw it already or if it's after this scene. Yeah, with Macaulay Culkin, that is Legion versus Legion. It's not Legion fighting somebody else. It's Legion versus Legion. So, you know how Rome split and ended up having, what did you call them? I can't remember what they were called. The consuls. I think that's what's happened to Kaiser's Legion. Which is also one of the reasons why I expect House to be not the same House as he was previously. Because I think they're intentionally changing every single major player in Fallout New Vegas so that it is not one-to-one with any of our actual playthroughs. Hence why we have a divided Legion.
So I want to talk about that.
Yes.
If I may.
Yes, please do.
So with this shot, this is the shot of the explosion from a different angle that we'll look at in a second. But on the right side of the shot, there is a built-up mound. And this mound is separating the 2 camps. And if you look at this in high definition on your own screens later, on that mound are at least half a dozen bodies.
Yep.
Just piled up there, looking like they're going to be strung up a la the Legion preferred method. And that makes us believe what we're seeing here is in fact two different tribes probably coming for Vegas. The war that was mentioned by the super mutant earlier, I don't think is a war with the NCR. I don't think it's even a war with the Brotherhood of Steel. I think Kaisar died trying to seize Vegas.
Yes.
Kaisar, their near god.
Yes.
So, if the warlords who survive within the Legion, if any one of them can unite enough men and take Vegas himself,
then he has surpassed Kaisar.
and he becomes the new Caesar. And I think that's what we're seeing here is two factions, because Kaiser talked about it in New Vegas, that when his death came, he was terrified of what was going to happen because
He knew his legion was too big and that it was going to end up dividing, especially since he was sterile and had no heir.
Yep.
So like, I actually love this theory, and I really, really, really hope the show writers are legitimately having the big threat actually be the remnants of a warring Kaisar's nation or Kaisar's legion, because I just think that's so... First, it would be... Yes, go ahead.
I just want to add to it.
Yes.
But that's why the Brotherhood is training to rush the Lucky 38, because they need to get what's in the Lucky 38
Before Kaisar gets there.
and burns it or takes it or does whatever
Exactly.
they do with it. And there's not enough Brotherhood to fight all of the Legion at once.
Or all of the Protectrons. Like, because they're gonna have to be dealing
I
with
think
that
we have
and...
Lucy, our pro-tag of Fallout, who's going to gain high reputation with every faction.
Yep.
And going to unite them together to then defend the city against the encroaching horde at the end. That's my theory, mic drop of what this season is.
I completely think that is... I think that could definitely be what could happen. I also think by having the focus actually be that Vegas is being threatened by Kaisar, and not the NCR, not House, not Super Mutants, not Brotherhood of Steel. It is actually a lovely homage to the fans of Kaisar's Legion from Fallout New Vegas. Because if you've ever played Fallout New Vegas and you try to go the Kaisar route, it kind of just ends because they never finished it. And that is a major shame, because I think the intent, based off what I was talking with Chaos Cultist about, is like if you were going through and playing Kaisar, like if you're siding with Kaisar and going that direction and going the sort of like hostile direction, then I think what his intent and the whole reason he brought up his infertility and the fact that he was worried about what was going to happen to his legion is the intent was for the courier to become the new Kaisar. That's what my thought is for what they wanted to do. Yeah, what Obsidian wanted to potentially do with the Kaisar storyline in Fallout New Vegas, and it never happened because of time crunch, and it just didn't happen. And I think that this, sorry, I just want to finish real quick before I lose my train of thought. I think that this is meant to give those fans of Kaisar's Legion a little bit more of what is actually happening in that faction, because they are so represented in Fallout just entirely, because I think Caesar is only in Vegas, right? Like, I don't think his Legion exists outside of it.
No, Bethesda does not normally like to acknowledge their existence.
Right. So this is, like, to me, if Caesar's Legion is a major player in this, they are the ones who are threatening New Vegas and wanting to storm the Lucky 38 so that they can reunite themselves and be the powerhouse in Vegas, because everybody else is so underpowered right now. I just think that is a great thing for the fans of going, hey, we know that you all kind of love this faction, but we didn't do a lot, or the game didn't do a lot with it. Let's expand on them and add more to it. Like, I really hope...
Also, I think they'll wipe them out in this.
I think so too.
I think Bethesda's handling of them, how they want to handle it is, yeah, they existed. They rose up for like a 15-year period under one charismatic man and then collapsed. And we never have to write about them again. And I think this is them...
I mean, they might do that, but I would feel more satisfaction with at least a conclusion that was dramatic and explicit of their Legion, as opposed to it being kind of the like
I know, yeah,
Peter
Joshua
Patter.
Grant, I don't want to see Joshua Grant in this.
I do not want to see the
but I would
Birdman.
love to see a reference to him, or possibly even him in a flashback. If like we get a flashback of Kaisar,
Yeah,
and
with
we see
Joshua.
a man who is Joshua Grant pre-burn.
Yeah, that would actually be very cool, but I really don't want him to come into this. Okay, now I want you to talk about your potential theory of how they could have a trifecta, basically, of characters between the courier, Ulysses, and the ghoul.
Oh, so what I was just talking about, going back to the fact that we're coming back to Kaisar, and we want to conclude this, and the representation of what Kaisar and the Legion represented in New Vegas. I'm getting up my own ass game design here, but originally it comes down to the idea that America are the inheritors of Rome.
Yes.
We are the inheritors of might makes right, and if we can strengthen everyone together into one group, yada yada yada, Kaisar, bundle of sticks, you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
But you had Ulysses, so if you don't know who Ulysses is, he is the character who does everything before your character in New Vegas, and is the final mirror to your character in the DLC Lonesome Road.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you've ever played Lonesome Road, he's the main character in that.
And his backstory is he is a former Legion member of Kaiser's Legion who kind of gets educated and exposed to old world American values through a mission that he was sent on to basically be a spy on some people by Kaisar, and learns by living through them like the good of humans.
Yes.
Right? But then sees them die by nuclear hellfire.
Yep.
And becomes very jaded by all that, and that's where he resolves.
Which I just want to call out. I think the nuclear hellfire was either something because he was working as a courier.
Yes, he delivered it.
Yeah, I was like, I think he delivered the nuclear hellfire and then got to basically like delivered it. It didn't go off yet. He got to know the people, and
so the long story short is he took the cover as a courier and delivered this package to the town as part of his mission. He was also there to spy.
Got it. Okay.
So he lived there for a while, and eventually the package got activated, I think accidentally, which resulted in everyone's deaths. But he then inspected the contents and found the old U.S., whatever the United States of America in Fallout was called at the end.
Yes.
He finds that symbol on the trigger for the nukes.
I see.
And that sort of sets up his entire obsession with the old American flag. So what you have is sort of this individual who went from a member of like fascist order to seeing some glimmer of life and light, and then it's destroyed and becomes darkness. You, the player, exist as the gray because you can be as holy or dickish as you want. And on the other end of the spectrum, we now have the ghoul, who is going to start as a completely independent, I only care about myself character, and he's going to come back around to somehow destroy the Legion, the source of where Ulysses came from and the fascist idea.
And I really love, like, I don't know if that's at all.
I don't think so.
The writers, like,
there is a better, a more eloquently put essay than what I just said that discusses this issue.
And I think it's very fascinating. So I want to see, that happen. Hello, Northman. It's lovely to see you.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I agree. Joshua Graham should be left alone. Like I maybe want like a little bit of a reference to him, but I don't want to see him.
Give me a flashback where we see Kaiser and his legatuses, whatever the name was. Forgive me, I don't remember Kaiser.
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
And we see the man who wearing like the police armor and all that stuff, so we know it's Joshua Graham.
Yeah,
but like I just need to like. It'd be just cool to see a good actor portray him and just be like cool.
Yeah, and then but I don't need him to have a role. I don't want him to come back to Kaiser's Legion in any way.
The exact way that we saw House in season 1.
Yes,
but
yes.
More.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that would, the new trailer for Fallout Season 2 dropped. We just watched it a little while ago. That's really all you've missed. You also just missed me talking about like my very temporary ban. For those of you that have just joined us and did not hear that, basically what happened is we showed on Tuesday, very briefly, a primed version of a Fallout 4 pipe pistol that we printed. that has no functionality. It's just a prop, but YouTube was like, oh my God, that's a gun, and banned us basically for 24 hours. I believe what happened is, but I know for a fact that we had a community guidelines violation. They told us that. Thankfully, we did not get a strike or anything. Thank goodness. It was just a community violation, and I think they eventually just like were like, oh, this is clearly a prop. Let them live stream again. But that's essentially what happened. It sucks. It scared us for a little while. My main concern actually was that I have a couple of streams that I want to do with Shay specifically coming up soon on YouTube, and I didn't want those to not be able to happen. But thankfully, we're fine. We're fine now. Obviously, we're back. We'll just be a little more mindful about showing prop guns on YouTube live streams, because we think what really the issue was is that it was a live stream. And so like YouTube can't, when you upload a video, YouTube goes through a verification process, like a processing process, before you're actually able to post that uploaded video. And part of that process is them reviewing it and going, what's happening in this? Is there anything offensive or, you know, that goes against our guidelines and such, and we shouldn't let this be processed and uploaded? But when it's streaming, that is not happening. We are just instantaneously up there, and there's like a 20-second at most delay usually, but then it would just be out there. And so I think YouTube's AI bots went, holy fuck, that is a weapon on a live stream, and just shut us down without even really caring, because we did repeal it, but they rejected that. So just not gonna show that on live streams, but hopefully it'll be okay on videos, because literally I saw a bunch of other people that I follow all having prop weapons on their thumbnails of them holding it, actually painted to look like the gun, not even having an orange tip or anything to like indicate that it is a fake gun, a Nerf gun of any kind or whatever. Just full on like a gun. They looked like it, but they did not. That seems to be fine. So I think it's just a video versus live stream thing that happened to us, but thankfully it's over. And we should get to a more increased streaming schedule, hopefully starting next week.
Yes.
My plan is this Saturday, I'm actually going to be streaming on OnlyFans on my VIP page, just a casual hobby stream. So that's gonna be the first one of those, and that'll be happening once a month. So that will take one of our Saturday days from us. But otherwise, we're actually hoping to potentially add in Sunday streaming a little bit and doing some increased streaming, including both hobby stuff as well as gaming stuff. And speaking of hobby stuff, yeah, I know, it wasn't even painted. It was ridiculous. Yeah, it's really silly that they banned me for it, but it is what it is. It happened. But thankfully it's over now. All right. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start weathering some of my Nuka-Cola bottle caps. And I think the main way that I'm actually gonna do this is weathering powders. So I used paint on my stim pack, which I will be having a painting tutorial coming out next week about these. And it definitely like worked, but a powder just did so much better. I still think I should probably do the combo. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of my like less good printed ones. Like this one, the text is a little bit more. Actually, that one looks okay. I had one earlier that was like, the Nuka-Cola wasn't quite as visible. And I wanted to kind of do a test here, this one. So this one doesn't have, I mean, it looks good on the screen, but in comparison to the others, it's a little more fuzzy. So I think what we're gonna practice weathering on this one first, and then we'll start jumping into some of the other ones once I've got a better handle of what I wanna do. So, color-wise, these are steel caps? What are bottle caps usually like? What's the metal they're made out of?
Aluminum.
Aluminum. Okay. Does aluminum? What color does aluminum rust?
It doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't rust. Okay, so no rust on this. This should they just get dirty. Okay. So a lot of soot and then browns.
Yeah, and they can, but it's.
That's fair.
It depends how it's treated. I know modernly, maybe because like I don't know about like 1950s though.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, they can't rust. They're in Fallout. They would have rusted away.
Yeah, they would have rusted away, so they can't. It has to be aluminum. Oh, Craig, you get your cage off next week? That's awesome. For his leg. He's had a broken leg for 6 months or something like really long like that. And yeah, so that's awesome to hear. All right, well, with that in mind, then I'm gonna grab that and this. I'm gonna grab a couple of other powders.
What's the music peaking at?
Negative 35.
No.
Yeah, I think we're okay. Okay.
How's the new chair?
The new chair is great, actually. Like, I've really been enjoying it. Like, it's been very comfortable. I feel stable in it. So yeah, genuinely very, very happy with that. Let's get black, brown, gray. Not gonna do orange. So I think that'll look too rusty, I think. But we'll go ahead and get some of these out because we'll start playing with some paint first and then we'll add powders on top of it. So I think give it a little bit more of a natural look because I'm just using craft paint for my base weathering on these things because I don't see a point of using my good paints for it when there's really like when I can just use this stuff. There we go. I got a nice, like, really dark gray, brown, black mix on my brush now. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to get a ton of water so that I can basically almost glaze. Should I put this on a paint stick so that I can... Probably, yeah. That's a good idea. There we go. Yeah, I got a new chair because the plastic one that I was sitting on previously is just real hard on my butt. And it was actually hurting my back. And I wanted more of like a stool that I could maneuver around the garage a little bit easier. And this has honestly been working great. So, very pleased with it. Okay, now that I've got a nice amount of color on here, we're actually gonna just grab a sponge and start sponging it up a little. Cause see, it's nice and dirty. We lost some of that red, so we're gonna try to bring it back. But I kind of want the dirt to stay on the sides a bit more. I just want it to be a bit spongier. Like I want it to look a little more speckled. Yeah, what do we think of that? I'm liking it. What do you think of this? I kind of gridded the top and then I left a heavier like stuff on the side and then I'm gonna weather it with the powders.
Don't lose the Nuka too much.
I'm not going to, yeah.
You don't want to take some alcohol and like
wet it off. Okay, makes sense. Let me go ahead and do that. I don't think I need alcohol for it. I think this is all water-based paint. It should just lift off with a little bit of water because it's just craft paint, you know.
I think that looks better.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, it makes it look a bit more natural.
I think so too. So this is what it looks like now. I brightened it up. Now that Nuka Cola is still more visible, but you can see up here on this camera that we still have a nice amount of weathering and dirt in the actual like crimping. What is that crimping called on like bottle caps? Or just, I guess, metal in general. Is it just called crimping? Okay. Excellent. Okay, so from there, obviously I'll do the underside, but I want to go ahead because this, it's still a little wet.
The point of printing it in these colors was so we wouldn't have to do a bunch of painting on them.
Yeah, we didn't want, like, for some of these props, I don't...
Weathering, yes, but we didn't want to actually do full-blown, like...
Painting.
Like, that one still needs a little bit of cleaning so it'll close properly, Angela.
Yeah, I noticed it's gapping a little bit here, but just so you guys can see, we've printed actually a couple other things Fallout-wise, too. Here's a fusion core. You can see the little red part at the top. I do need to paint, like, these I think are supposed to be metal, because they're pins.
And then the two connectors at the bottom should be black, I think.
Got it, okay. But yeah, other than that, like...
They look at from the bottom. You see those?
Yeah, like these two things here.
Inside, yeah.
I see, just inside. Understood. Got it, okay. Yep. But yeah, otherwise, like, really cool. We even printed a little stand for it. And it sits into it really nicely, like... Yeah, upping my comfort level while streaming is just gonna mean that I'll be able to stream longer. Because I think the thing that was starting to bother me with, like, the previous streams is when I was just sitting in that little short plastic chair, it had, like, no padding on it. And so my back, like, my lower back would just start to really, like, ache because it had no support whatsoever. Whereas this is a nice padded cushion and my booty feels good on it, so yay! Add some scratches and stuff? Yeah, definitely. Well, that's why I'm gonna do the weathering powders next. But I'm gonna let this dry a bit more. I'm gonna actually grab another one, because I can do a couple of these without...
I was gonna say, what do you think bulk could do though?
Ooh, that's a great idea. Bing bang, walla walla bing bang. All right, I actually...
And I can print these things out like it's a plenty.
Yes, it's very true. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tack a bunch of them down to this because I don't really care if this cardboard gets ruined or anything, so. And that way I can actually get a bunch of them done. But I do think I will need to tack them. Otherwise they will shift on me. Yeah, it's been really fun being able to print a bunch of different things. Like, I will be honest, like, very much enjoying it. Ooh. You know what? I'm being dumb about this. Just get tape, Angela. They're very lightweight. This will definitely stick them. Exactly. No, I completely agree with you. Like, there's a couple things that I think you should always replace, if possible, as soon as possible, as long as budgets allow it. And that's shoes, desk chairs, or like basically whatever place you sit the most, and then of course your bed, like your mattress. Because you just end up spending like so much time on your feet, so much time on your ass, so much time on your back.
I just found something we could print to.
What is it?
Helmet stands.
Oh, yes! Oh my god, yes! Absolutely we should. No, that would actually be really convenient. Wait, why wouldn't we... I mean, we only have one helmet right now. I guess we'll eventually... What?
We have two.
What other helmet did we print?
Well, I have a 332nd, and you have a Night Owl.
Oh, you're talking about for the Black Series. I thought you meant for like my Cadian helmet, and you just want to put it on a stand. I didn't realize you meant the Black Series. I understand. I understand.
My bad.
That makes more sense. I was like, what? Do we have another helmet printing that I don't know about? All right, one more, I think. And then if I'm real lucky, I can reuse this tape. But we'll see. Oh, let me grab one more. Yeah. I actually, so when I bought the Fallout 3 Special Edition, it came with this Vault Tech tin lunchbox. I immediately, almost after getting it, fucking dropped something on it and like fucked it up. However, it still closes and locks. Therefore, it's more Vault or Fallout appropriate being in this like fucked up condition than it was otherwise. So I don't mind. And it's actually where we've been keeping all of the current, our stash of caps. Our massive stash of caps. Oh yeah. All right, let's get some paint on these.
Hey, blogging from a third 3D printer. What's it going to actually be space?
Oh, a third one?
Responding in the chat.
Oh, yes. There we go. I unstuck it slightly. I think it's because I flexed it. Boop. Come on, there you go. It's also gotten wet. I have not tried Dirty Down. I've heard of it, but I haven't actually tried it myself yet. But that would be something that I probably want to do on something like more substantial than this. I don't know. I feel like using like a really fancy product like that for weathering on something like a small project like coins. I don't know. I just don't know if it's worth it. That's why I'm just using the craft paint. I don't mind if I waste it. I don't mind if it's messy. Like, I also have a ton of it. Luke, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Very much appreciate you, sir. And Addy H33 Painting, welcome to the Hobby Night Legion. Thank you for joining us, Luke. Thank you so very much.
You know, I missed this announcement from Games Workshop.
What is it?
They're made to ordering my old army.
Wait, what?
Fantasy. Calm down.
Ooh, they are made to ordering the Empire.
I played 2 factions in the old world before Age of Sigmar killed it. And it was Dark Elves and then the Empire. Because I apparently hated myself when it came to miniature building.
Yeah, I was like, why did you pick Dark Elves? I just realized how,
It's called I like ranged.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I don't really... Back then, I didn't really like dwarves.
That's fair. I was gonna say, you play dwarves all the time in, I almost said Fallout New Vegas. In Total War.
Yes, we did get banned for 24 hours for showing a apparently too convincing rendition of a Fallout 4 pipe weapon. I'm afraid to say it like fully, and that will get banned again.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I'm afraid if I talk about a revolving door that you make out of pipes, if you get what I mean.
I highly recommend craft paint as
weathering, hell yeah.
for weathering, especially on terrain, like big projects, like genuinely. Oh yes, I do have Sunset Sarsaparilla. I do.
I don't think they're exactly one-to-one with the in-game models.
I don't think they are
But they
either.
were a cute design. So.
Yes. But yeah, we need to print and find, because I don't think we found it yet, but we need to find a,
Star cap?
yeah, the star cap. Luke, thank you so much for the £2 donation. You deserve it. Your content is wholesome and amazing. Well, thank you, Luke. I really appreciate it. I was like, I don't know if I would call me wholesome in any capacity, but I appreciate you saying so. Thank you. All right, okay. Let's get back to putting some paint on these caps.
Yes, Slave the Space Marine. We actually watched the trailer probably about 20 minutes ago during the stream. So if you want to a little later, actually, you can go back and watch our discussion about it.
Yes, but we've seen it, and oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm genuinely hyped. I mean, like a lot of you, Fallout New Vegas is my favorite Fallout game. So just the fact that we're in that setting, and I actually love that it seems like we're advancing the story, and I'm very curious to where they're gonna go with it, because I'm very intrigued. Basically everything in the trailer very much intrigued me, and I cannot wait until December 17th, was it?
Yes.
Yes. For us to be able to start watching it. But yeah, it looks so good. Later, Luke. Thank you so much. You think Fallout 3 was your favorite? That's fair. I'm actually, I might start, because I'm hesitant to go back to my New Vegas playthrough, not because I didn't like it. As I just said, Fallout New Vegas is my favorite of the Fallout games. However, there is such a chance that we could get a shadow drop of like a remaster for New Vegas or something like that soon, and I'd rather just jump into the remaster fresh. So until we see word of that specifically, I'm actually considering going back and playing 3, because I do not like 4. I just don't like 4. I never connected with it very well. Narratively, I just think the narrative in it is, there's just some things that I feel like the team ended up leaving kind of wishy-washy, open in the air. And for me, my biggest complaint is at no point in the game is anybody legitimately going, whether it be your character or an NPC you're talking to, about your son, who you can't find, of going, how long were you frozen? Is there a possibility that that kid's just dead? And then I would rather, you literally talk to a detective. A robotic detective, and he doesn't ask you, when did this child go missing? And not what age, when did this happen? You have literally told me that you came from a vault. I can tell because you might still be in your vault jumpsuit. When did this happen? How long ago was it? And I just feel like they never really addressed that. And because of that, everything about finding Sean I don't know, it just didn't hit with me at all. Because I felt like there was no, I felt like there was no urgency. I never really actually felt like my character cared that much. And then on top of that, I don't know, it never struck with me. But 3, I did play and I really enjoyed. So, but I don't remember what my ending was. I do feel like I might have finished it, but I don't remember specifically. And so I kind of want to play it again and go through it, and I don't know, I have a different mindset about the game as well too. So I feel like I'd noticed different things. Yeah, we're working on some Nuka-Cola caps. I have a bunch that I'm setting off to the side to dry. And this one's almost completely dry. I'm actually going to grab my blow dryer and hit it real fast just in these grooves where it's still a little damp. And then I want to do my test usage of my weathering powders on this. So let me do that real quick. It might get a little, potentially a little loud for you. But the noise gate might also block the woof sound. Yeah, I'm really glad that they got it sorted out quickly as well. The nice thing is, okay, so like, we've gotten a false strike before, like an actual strike, because Shay, the delight that she is, she had a system set up to like flag stuff with her in it if it wasn't like her, like she approved it. And that system, that AI system, found one of my YouTube videos with her in it and actually like struck the channel. Thankfully that got resolved really quickly. She like contacted her people, were like, you need to remove this. This is fine. I gave her permission to have me on her channel. Please green light anything that I do with Hobby Night in the future. But that was terrifying. I was honestly, with what happened on Tuesday with our temporary ban because of the prop weapon.
Yeah, after the first time, your weapon was bad.
No, it was like I was way more chill about it. Mostly because I was just like, well, we don't seem to actually have a strike this time, which immediately is because like the last time when we got the strike, like the channel was at risk. This time it was, we could still post videos, we could still post a community, we just couldn't do live streams. So I was like, okay, this definitely feels like a less severe incident than what happened previously, but still stressful. But thankfully it got worked out really quickly and I'm not too worried about it. Nice, you've been a fan since 1, sweet. Yeah, I've never played 1 or 2. I've watched other people play them, but I've never played them myself. But I've played 3, I've played New Vegas, and I've played a little bit of 4, but like I said, I just really couldn't get invested. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do now is I've got this like gunmetal color, which I think kind of matches my silver tone. And I just wanna brighten some of these edges back up. Can look a little scuffed on those. Okay. There we go. Okay, get a little more maybe up on there just to make it look like the red near the edges is kind of flaking.
While you're working on this, I'm going to go play Outer World.
I think that sounds great. May I have a draw before you leave?
Absolutely, of course. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. Thank you so much. Mostly the sides, check the rim. Because I highlighted.
I really like that. I really like that.
Okay, cool. I've also brought it a little bit up here,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna also go back in with maybe either red paint or if I have a weathering powder that is kind of reddish to make it look a little scuffed like the paint's scuffing off.
Yeah, and like a little bit of rust isn't the end of the world because like they could be in a box that's rusting and that can rub off. Yeah, exactly. So don't be like completely terrified. I just wouldn't make them look like they're rusting.
Right, that makes sense.
And yes, it is Expedition 33.
Oh yeah, you are recognizing that soundtrack perfectly, Fluky.
Mass Effect or Fallout, which is better in your opinion? Mass Effect 1 versus Fallout 1?
So,
I mean, okay, here's my opinion on it.
yes.
If I was recommending to anyone else, like, hey, which game should I play? Fallout 1 or Mass Effect? I'm going to tell 95% of modern gamers to play Mass Effect because it has better user experience, it has full voice acting, and it has more... It's just an easier game to play in the year of our Lord 2025. However, as a game designer who worked professionally and studied RPGs, I think Fallout is the more influential game foundationally to games, and so I hold it in higher regard.
So I also, okay, context. I have played all of 1.
Yes.
I've played all of Mass Effect 1, loved it. Played half, I think, of Mass Effect 2.
Not even, but yeah.
But I got into Mass Effect 2 a little bit. Did enjoy it, but it didn't, like, I don't remember why we didn't finish. I think we might have moved, actually.
I think the move hit.
Yeah, and we just never got back to it because we kind of forgot about it,
We were
honestly.
playing it the winter before our move.
Yeah, exactly. And then I've never played 3 entirely. But I've seen where 3 goes.
You've watched a lot of Many a True Nerd.
I've watched a lot of Many a True Nerd play
He's
it.
played both games.
Yes. Here's my personal opinion. While I think Mass Effect as as the 3 together is a pretty solid franchise with some astounding characters, I personally think that Fallout to me is the more like wow game because I think its fan community is doing way more with it. Like, I think my thing with Mass Effect is like, and this is kind of how I personally just judge games, especially RPGs. If a fan community is like hyper into it to the point where they are making conventions set in Las Vegas to honor and like celebrate the franchise,
25 years later.
I think that tells you that game is something, right? Like across the board, like the Fallout games as a whole, as a collective franchise, I think is a bigger deal than Mass Effect.
If I may make a bold metaphor or simile, if I make a bold comparison.
Yes.
It's like asking which is like it's like asking Star Trek or Star Wars. Like A New Hope Star Wars.
Yeah.
Or Captain Kirk Season 1 Star Trek.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And yeah, as a fan for entertainment, I'm going to recommend the newer Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
But would Star Wars in 1977 have happened if Star Trek in the 60s hadn't? I don't think it would have been exactly the same movie that we know in this universe.
I agree.
And I don't think Mass Effect would have been the video game it was from BioWare.
Without Fallout.
Without Fallout having come from Midway.
Yep. I'm kind of there with you. Like, I think... Oh, Happen, thank you so much for the... You had your work evaluation, you got 5 stars? You exceeded expectations in every categories? Heck yeah, you got a 3.95 raise? Heck yeah. Dude, that is fantastic. Congratulations. Wait, you got double the normal raise because the district manager recommended. Oh my God, that's awesome. Dude, fantastic. That's great. That's a great job. I hope you continue to rise. Like, honestly, if you get like assistant manager or managers like soon, that would be so cool for you. But thank you so much for the donation and congratulations on your really solid evaluation and your raise. Like, dude, I love positive news like that.
The other thing is, Fallout is a game that follows a pretty linear power path.
Yeah.
Of you gain a level, you just get stronger.
Yeah.
It's not really a bad decision you can make.
Yeah.
Fallout is, for me, a much more interesting, chunkier RPG game system, character builds, etc.
Yeah.
Mass Effect is, once again, a better adventure game by far.
Yes.
But if I'm wanting to sit down, I mean, once again, Fallout was based on the tabletop system.
Yes.
Mass Effect is loosely based on some D20 ideas that came from KOTOR.
Right. Yeah, I think that's, you summed it up really well.
And I'm off to play Outer Worlds too.
Excellent.
Game Pass, I recommend it. It's actually pretty good. It's way better than the first one.
Yeah, I actually agree. I've been watching him play it, and if you guys are, if you did not like the first Outer Worlds, but you are a fan of Obsidian, I think you'll actually possibly really enjoy Outer Worlds 2, because it is a different game. Doing some light enhancement of the red. I'm gonna attempt to also make my Nuka-Cola stand out a bit more. Try to let you guys see what I'm doing. I'm using some speed paint to basically enhance things a little. I'm also hoping it helps make it look a little dirtier. So I've enhanced the cola portion, but not the Nuka portion. What do you guys think? To me, the cola is now infinitely better to read at a distance than the Nuka. I agree. I think that's one of the other things that I like about Fallout is it doesn't take itself 100% seriously all the time. Whereas Mass Effect was intended to be almost always an extreme, like, yeah, there were funny moments, of course, but like it's a serious narrative, like what's going on there. So I feel like there's the humor and the just overall nature of Fallout, I think appeals to me just more. There we go. Do I like that? Okay, one thing I want to attempt. And this might kind of defeat the purpose, but I'm going to try it anyways. We're going to try it anyways. You have tomorrow off work too. That's great. That's awesome. Hopefully you celebrate a little bit your new raise and everything. That's really, really cool. Okay. Let's get our white craft paint. Not that one because it's not open. Oh, it's right here. Oh my, I put it on my table already. Okay. Hello. Here, you want to see what I'm doing real fast? Because I just want to enhance some things. So I put a little bit of red speed paint.
I see what you're doing.
And then I'm actually going to pop the letters out a little bit with some white.
Yeah.
Especially since this was already one of the more...
Yeah, there's that batch that was kind of weird.
That was weirdly printed. So I'm going to do that on these ones. I don't think I'll have to do it on some of these other ones, but I really like what's happening.
Did you answer Fluky?
What's the base for the caps?
They are 3D printed.
Yeah, they are 3D printed. So there's an STL that, I apologize, I don't actually remember, oops, that's way too much.
I don't know who made it either.
Yeah, I don't remember who exactly the designer was, but we found an STL that for free of bottle caps, and we just printed them on our bamboo.
No, 3D print, just a 3D print.
Sorry, just our 3D printer.
It's no brand name, they paid for us.
True. True that. You're getting about an update or something?
What?
Oh, I missed you too. Yay.
I pooped and it was like, no, I missed her.
Aww. Yay, well, I'm glad you came back. I like having you out here with me. Oh yeah, this is, I mean, you can immediately already see some of those lines that even at a distance, but like, I've done the line and the nuka, the N, just the N.
I was gonna say, the point of this was so you wouldn't have to do this level.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think I will for most of them. I just wanted to bring this one out because I like,
Your showcase.
yeah, my showcase cap of like, I fucked this one up. So I'm proof of concepting that I can actually enhance if I do lose text too much.
Oh, Fluky, did you try printing it at just a different angle? Like, it's like a layer adhesion issue where it was breaking off, or? Sometimes if you print like a support beam where it runs like crosswise across the beam.
Yeah. Wait, it broke?
Then the beam, like, look at this beam.
Yes.
Like this metal in front of you.
Yeah.
So imagine it was printed vertically like this.
Yeah.
Then the adhesion is the only thing actually keeping it connected.
I
There's
see.
No, there is a melted molecular bond.
Right.
But it's not the same as the connection of the filament that goes around.
Yes,
right?
I get you.
Yeah, so that's what people talk about when they say, if you print a piece at a different angle, it can be stronger. That's why. Imagine I'm talking about a tooth of a gear.
Yep. No, I get what
And you have the tip of a tooth of a gear could flake off if it was just printed flat on.
Yes, totally.
Yeah, different orientation.
Got it. Yeah, actually, let me show you because he sent me a picture of the.
I was like, whatever you do not show a 3D printed weapon.
No, I'm not. I'm just showing you. Let's see. Where do I have you in here? I think it's here. I'll show it to you later. It's really cool, and I've lost his, like, it's in here somewhere. I just don't. Oh, there it is. I found it. All right. So you can kind of see it in the background. That's the claw.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. And then I think he's going to show it here in the video more.
I think so. Love the eyepiece.
I know, isn't it so good? Like, his entire costume is amazing. Did you 3D print the triangular Aquila
Surely.
that you're wearing?
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, it looks amazing, right? So yeah, I'm sad that you had to reprint it, but I'm glad that you figured out a weak point and you can correct it easily enough. Good. I'm glad. So it's much stronger this time. That's excellent news. Yeah, I like that. So that way, if I end up fucking up the letters too much or something, because they are just a nice white, I can re-enhance it. And I actually only did a little bit around the line to let it be more weathered looking. I actually think it ends up looking pretty cool. I fucked up the middle line a little bit on this one. I think it got a little sloppy, but I'll just be a little carefuler next time with my white brush or with my white paint. But I'm pretty happy with that. And these are dry. Well, mostly. Most of them are dry.
Yeah, it's raining here in California, so it's a bit humid.
Yeah, and actually, I think we're meant to have rain for the next like week.
Yep, I know.
Like week and a half. I was
one of those.
fronts moving through.
Yeah, one of the Arctic fans.
Oh, are we having a La Nina or a La Nino or something?
Something like that. I don't know if
So
it's
that-
specifically one of the Spanish ones, or if it's a polar vortex, or what it is.
Got it. Okay. All right. This is a little too. I need stronger tape.
What is that black one?
Oh, it's behind here. I think that's still just.
It's okay.
I think it's just still gaffer tape though, so I think it's gonna be the same tackiness that this white tape is, because it's all just artist tape essentially.
Yep.
Yeah, which is exactly the point. But I do actually want them to stick a little. Like it's sticking to the cardboard fine. It's just not sticking to my prints well enough. What if I just put a new, like, very just flush strip across these? Because it'll stick to itself well.
Probably just because you want.
And that way I can, because I got it wet and everything. That's part of why
I
they're.
think that's why.
There we go. Yeah, we're West Coast.
I think it's known for San Francisco.
Yeah, we're out of the East or the SF Bay area, so where I like to dwell.
At least for the last 13 years.
I mean, at this point, I very much do feel. And this is weird for me because I was a military brat who like never really claimed I'm from a location. Like that always, growing up, people being obsessed with them being from a specific town, state, or...
You can't say you're a Cal... I mean, saying you're a Cali girl makes some sense, but like, I think most of the time when you have a sense of being from a state, it comes down to well, that's because you and all of the other first graders in that state did this field trip. And all of you did this event, and all of you went through these tests, and that like shared experience within the state almost creates that. It's trauma. Is what I'm saying. Trauma breeds companionship.
I see. That is entirely possible because there was legitimately like you know how for those of you that are in America, I have no idea what it's like for those of you that are in the UK or Asia or anywhere else in the world, South America or anything like that. But for those of you that are Americans,
They go to school on the other side of the road.
they go to the school. Okay. You know how like in high school or like middle school and stuff, you'll occasionally have like those big field trips. Like you go to Disney. If you're a Florida kid, you go to Disney. If you like,
I never had that.
You never did. You never had like a big school trip like that the entire grade went to.
No, my senior year didn't do that.
Okay, I also never did that because I always ended up missing the grade at the school I was in year that they did it. Cause like one time it was like 9th grade and that was like, and I wasn't there in 9th grade at that school. And then at the school where I was a 9th grader, it was like the seniors got to do it. And the seniors didn't get to do it at my other school. And I'm like, motherfucker. So I never got to do any of that stuff.
I think what mine was...
First world problem.
Yeah. Mine was...
Yeah.
You had to be like in one of the sports or clubs. Because like if you were on a sports team, that sports team would have like, oh, they're going to some event in, like you said, Orlando. And they're going to go to Disney while they're there.
Yes.
And like if you were on multiple sports teams, you end up getting to go to multiple. So I think, because I do remember like the golf. Okay, you want to know how white my like high school was?
Yes.
State champions in golf.
Wow. Amazing.
I mean, okay, think about.
Yeah, no, I am.
Public school. This is a public school.
No, I am.
Think about the neighborhoods that were nearby that were on golf courses.
Oh yeah, no, it makes total sense. It's just so funny to me because, like, I'm sorry if there's anybody in chat who likes golf.
Who were state champions in?
Swimming?
Yep. Because I was one of them.
Yeah.
For at least 1 year. And then I burned the F out.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that. I forgot what I was gonna say. It's not a
You
big
were
deal.
talking about competitive sports and trips, swimming, golf.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I am sorry to any of my fans who maybe are fans of golf, but I think it's like one of the most like wasteful sports ever. You take up so much space and land and water for golf courses, and oh my god, it's so annoying.
Yeah, it's really the water.
It's the environmental, like I'm like, oh my god, it's such an environmental waste. And I like plants and like trees and like gardens and stuff, so golf courses are just an offense to me. Mic drop. That's my hot take.
Angela, most of your market is over 40 and male. What are you doing?
I know. They probably are like, oh my god, I love golf though. That's why I said I apologize to any.
VIP draining.
No, don't say that.
Your belief in my manifestation is so cute.
Well, you have the power, man.
No.
Yes.
I simply know how to predict what is true.
Which is the power. Thank you for reinforcing my.
For context, this is critical thinking, is what she's referring to.
Yes.
She's referring to critical thinking.
Yes, I don't critical think well. Okay.
I mean, you are a woman.
This is a
What?
known fact.
That you are a woman? Yes.
Yes. And that I don't critically think well. You're a huge sports fan. Golf is really low on the list of sports. It bothers me with how I just feel like it wastes water. It's such an environmental waste, and it just makes me sad. Cause like I really don't have anything.
One of those things that's like dying out with like the younger gens, or
I don't.
Like, and this is a genuine question. I don't know. Like, are there little pop collar 19-year-old bros down at the golf course still, or?
I know when I was in high school, there definitely was. We also had a.
Yeah, well, I was in high school over half my life, so.
Well, I know. I was too.
You know, but I'm like, or is it something where like, you know, it's become very popular with like India, China, and Saudi Arabia, and so that sustains it. I genuinely don't know, because I don't know anyone who golfs. Like in real life.
Yeah, no, I other than my father, I don't either.
Cricket is an insane game.
The fact that it can go on for days, I didn't realize until recently.
It's where the inspiration for Quidditch comes from. The fact that Quidditch, you know, can run.
Oh my god, you're right. I didn't even put that together. Damn. But yeah, the fact that it can go on for that many days is kind of wild.
I mean, golf is a huge sport, but I just mean it in the same way of like, does it have the same viewership and like monetization that it used to have? You know, in like the big days of like before Tiger Woods had a bunch of controversies, and you know, 10 million people tuned into the
whatever their championships is, because I don't remember what it's called.
PGA.
Yeah, I think that sounds right. There's a 19-year-old at a golf course. He's there in his father's BMW.
The only thing comparing cricket and Quidditch is the fact that they both can have ridiculously long end states.
Yes.
Yeah, Pro Golf Association. Listen, I like Banana Ball just to piss off the baseball fans. I like baseball too, but I really like what Banana Ball is doing.
Yeah, I love the creativity of what they're doing, and I just think it's very fun. We like pro wrestling, right? We like active, fun, engagement based stuff.
Yeah, we're talking about something that's on a downward, like, publicity cycle. It's pro wrestling right now.
Oh my god, right?
And I just mean that in regards to, let's be honest, guys, WWE and AEW are not what they were 2 years ago.
Nope.
So, like, something I saw that I think is pretty obvious and a lot of people talk about already, Angela.
Uh-huh.
You really maybe registered it.
What's that?
Mania next year is once again in Vegas. Same place it was the year before.
It's like way more expensive this time around too, isn't it?
It is. And you know that next year it's Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Well, rumor is that the places they're going after that are once again just like New Orleans, Indianapolis, and LA. Like they're only going to like the same 3 to 4 cities.
So they really have, they've given up.
It does kind of seem that way.
That is such a shame. Actually look top down for me. The sponging effects that I'm getting from, because I want this to kind of cake inside a little bit, but I don't want it to be like on all of the.
Oh no, I think that's working really well.
Okay, cool.
This also gives the sense that there was like maybe, soda or something at one point that's long since turned into ash.
Yes. Okay, cool. Good.
No, that's great.
But yeah, like I'm so disappointed with what WWE has turned into, especially considering I was at one point such a massive mark for Triple H's booking because I loved NXT Black and Gold era Triple H booking. Like I loved what he was doing. I felt like the wrestlers were able to try and do interesting things. I felt like
NXT,
different types of wrestlers were focused on.
Doesn't have to talk to Mattel 36 months before a toy launches. Mm-hmm. And because I really feel like that is one of the biggest things that kills WWE nowadays.
Oh yeah, it's
AEW probably suffers from it too. Of if you talk to a third party that you want to have make toys, make a video game, make anything, well, that's going to take 3 months, 6 months. It's a video game or something, 2 years.
Yeah.
How do you guarantee that your stars are still going to be valuable when that product is finished?
Actually, yeah, exactly. No, it's.
I think Hunter is having that problem with his booking.
I think he's also running into the fact that TKO is like, you have to put this sponsorship thing in here. You have to do this influencer thing.
Do influencer and all this other stuff and still have interesting plot lines in the back. And,
I think so too, but I think because, like, I don't know if it's like interrupting his workflow or like his narrative flow or what's going on, but I just feel like it hasn't been great. And there's a lot of things that I haven't been enjoying about like there are still great wrestlers in WWE. I still think there are some fun storylines, but I think overall the product for me has just degraded so much, and AEW, in my opinion, isn't doing that much better.
Okay, well, we have to dedicate X amount of minutes to Cena. And not to say he doesn't deserve it, but it just makes every week feel a little, all right, this is the goodbye Cena year. And that's how it will be remembered in history.
Yeah.
That's all that happened. And I do agree that AEW dipped after Brawlout, but I mean, that was nearly 2-3 years ago at this point. And I think in the last 6 months especially, but really the last year, AEW has been doing a lot better and sort of found their niche. I'm actually a big fan of their intimate shows.
Oh yeah, when I heard that they were doing that was actually a really big positive for me with AEW, because like I've not watched either products like really much at all except for a couple of pay-per-views here and there.
You just keep up with the news and the YouTube clips.
Yeah, exactly. Like I watch the YouTube clips, I watch Wrestle Talk's coverage of it for the most part. And I listen to some of their podcasts, like on like I'll listen to some of their Raw podcasts, for example. But I just don't really like what WWE is doing right now. And I haven't honestly watched enough of, like, I like that AEW is doing the more intimate shows again. I haven't actually watched the product enough to go like, oh, I'm actually enjoying this content.
Oh, dude, last night there was an amazing, the first women's Blood and Guts match.
Uh-huh.
It was bloody and gutsy.
Yeah, who was it?
Why you gotta put me on the spot?
I don't, chat, who was the women's?
Lockhart.
Wait, what?
Whoever was cosplaying Tifa Lockhart.
Oh, nice, nice. Who was in the women's Blood and Guts match? I mean, was it Toni Storm? Was she in it?
I think Separated, but let me check.
Okay. Oh yeah, Toni Storm is actually legitimately like one of the reasons I'm even keeping up with AEW, because like her gimmick has been golden. It was Sky Blue? It was. Yeah. Oh, there were 12 of them? Okay.
How about this, Angela? This was Sky Blue after the match.
Oh my God, what the fuck happened to her?
The girls had fun.
Okay, well, I'll have to watch that later, because that's like... So Jamie Hayter, Toni Storm, Mercedes Moné, Sky Blue. So basically, it's like their core women.
Like there's the hand raise moment.
Awesome. God, they look. Oh, I love that. Oh my God, I'm blanking on her. Anna Jay. What seems to be on the winning side there.
Yep.
Is she still doing fun things with her like goth gimmick?
Yes.
Good, excellent. I thought she was, because like her look in that looked still gothy, but I wasn't sure. Dude, Willow is like one of my like just favorite people in wrestling, because she's just so darn sweet and kind and bubbly, despite her like, I mean, that's kind of like her gimmick, but
Harley
like
Cameron was Tifa.
That's great. That's awesome. That's actually really good and well done. Nice. Nice, amazing. Yeah, Willow, like, I love Willow. Like, she's, like, I love her wrestling. I love her just energy. And I've met her in person and just had, like, casual conversations with her, because I went to an AEW Heels event once, and she was one of the pro wrestlers that was there. And I had a lovely time talking to her. So, like, just genuinely, I will never say anything bad about Willow, because I think she's just an amazing human being. Like, genuinely amazing human being. All right, I'm just letting these dry a little bit before I do anything else.
Well, it's about 2:50.
Oh, should I take my break? Yeah, I'll absolutely take my break. And then maybe before I come back, I'll hit them with the blow dryer.
There you go.
To get them finished up so I can flip them.
Flip them and rip them.
Yeah, flip them and rip them. Hey. All right, so yes. Yeah, no spoilers for the match, because I do think I want to watch it now, just seeing, like, I mean, obviously I've seen who wins, but I want to see how they get there. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with how this is turning out. And we'll be back with more weathering in just a little bit, probably at the top of the hour, because we'll be back from our break. See you guys soon. everybody. We're back. We're back. Hello, hello, hello. Oops. I have a cool thing I wanted to show you. So, as you know, I've been getting into plants. I've been growing plants. I actually was dealing with my plants literally on my break because we've been having a lot of rain here recently and my peppers got knocked over. Oh my goodness, my poor peppers. So I righted them, I moved them so I could keep a better eye on them because we're supposed to have rain for like the next week and we have to move them inside for a little bit just so they don't drown.
Just like, and I talk about this a lot with Angela whenever she has to move her plants around or turn on the artificial lights. This is how the lights would survive in the wild, right?
The plants, you mean? Yes.
Yes. What did I say?
Yeah, the lights.
The lights, yeah. Sorry. This is how the plants would survive in the wild, right? Because a deer comes along and it's like, oh no, it's raining. Let me move this plant from outside inside. Because otherwise, how would it survive in nature?
Well, it wouldn't. It would die, and then, but because there was no one there watching it, and only the strongest survive. But here's the thing: I am about lifting up the weak, and therefore, all of my cute little plants who are babies right now. I saved them. I appropriately saved them. My peppers are fine. They're full-grown plants as well, so I think they'll probably be fine. I don't think they're gonna suffer from root rot, but that's my concern. Is I don't want them to get root rot and start having mold. But Chaos Cultist printed me.
Because I blame myself for the banning that happened on Tuesday.
Which is so not
because
actually
I'm the
true.
One who showed off. Because I'm the one who showed off the pipe weapon from Fallout. It is my fault. And so I need to serve my penance. And so I am currently creating a more complicated gift for Angela to express my sorrow for what I have done.
Which, for the record, I have expressed to him he does not need to because I don't blame him. I take responsibility as well because as the person
but
who...
I know as her husband how she'll be subconsciously. So I am continuing to work on that. But in the meantime, because I knew it would be a couple of days and her wrath needed to be stayed for at least 48 hours, I made her a planter for succulents.
Yes, and it's really cute because it can go on the wall. So I'm gonna put this in my spicy chamber. I think I even know exactly where I'm gonna hang it right now. And I just need to figure out which succulents I'm gonna put in there. And I have a lot of propagated stuff that I've like...
Quick idea.
Yes.
And not to take away from your propagation idea. Air plants.
So that's the other thing I was considering, actually.
Those work better in baskets.
I think they work better in baskets. I would want to bring this into my plant people and be like, hey, would the air plants like be okay in this?
You still need to fill it with like stone.
I think you actually either stone or moss is normally what like they put, but like dried moss, decorative moss.
Stones, then you put moss.
That's yeah.
I wouldn't fill it with moss.
No, you're right. It would also you want it to probably have a little bit of weight in there too to like just hold it onto the wall better. But yeah, so yeah, he made me this, and either air plants or succulents are gonna go in here. The nice thing is like my succulents really don't need a lot of water, so I wouldn't be worried about like watering it very often and dealing with that.
What?
Oh, I could probably have you print me like a cute, better than what I bought, watering pot, like small one for like.
Oh yeah, they make water.
Yeah, like I could. Ooh, I should look at those.
They could
That's
probably be shaped like a meme.
yeah.
Because that's how.
Could I get one shaped like a dick?
It's all of CC's fault.
It is never his fault. It's definitely my fault. As the host, I could have been like, whoa, actually, maybe we should be careful about that because it's a weapon or whatever. But yeah, no, I don't blame him either. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to actually watch the Fallout Season 2 trailer again because
Some people have come in.
Some people...
We're not going to do the long chat about it, but for people who maybe haven't seen it yet.
And want to see it.
Or just want to see it again.
Yes.
There we go.
Please do.
So I've seen a lot of things.
Many a deer have to fall.
Crazy things. Unnatural things.
In the gates.
For good people.
Yeah.
That's my biggest problem
They're
with this
GRUELING.
show.
All in the
Great.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I would be a good person too if I grew up in some cozy little impenetrable home. I would have to steal and stab and fib all the goddamn time just to get by.
exactly is it you plan on doing once we find your daddy?
Gonna bring him to justice.
Well, daddy.
Your daddy.
So people know.
And
that
what do you
how
hope
they
to
conduct
do when we
themselves
find
matters.
your daddy?
They don't give up hope.
The stuff we fight for, story has it you used to believe in those things too.
I've been wastelanded for 200 years. I've kept myself alive for one reason. To find my family.
Man really likes his horses.
Well then, you're gonna need friends. There's a war coming.
Okay, Mr. Super Mutant, sir. I could see that. Yes.
I understand we're discussing a civil war. I must not have gotten my invitation.
Actually beginning to settle.
Nope. Okay, we haven't talked about that scene at all. About him blowing up the rat control chip. I think he wants to use it on his daughter to wipe her memory so that he can just take her back to the vault. And as far as he, like, and maybe reset things or something.
Reset a lot of people.
Yeah, and probably reset a lot of people. But
Protect
I
everyone's
guess why my
hunting
dad
for.
ran into
It could be.
He might be, all the stuff he's
No,
doing
just tell me to
might
shut
be
the
in the
fuck up.
Lucky 38. Because he had a head start on everyone and the power armor. He will move fast.
He also would not be fucked with by nearly as many people because he's in fucking power armor. But yeah, we haven't talked about that rat exploding with the little chip thing on it.
No, that's
And I'm like, I think it's a either like an inhibitor so that you can make people docile, or a like chip to like wipe people's memories. The other thing that I wanted to like ask is of just chat is like in the scene where we see the blonde woman in a wedding dress running. I don't remember who that character is. Is it like?
She's one of the vault.
Is she the woman who gets obsessed with the brother of Lucy after her husband gets just decimated during the raid? Is that who it is?
But no, I like that point because, yeah, her dad is way ahead of her. In power armor, he'll get there first.
Yeah.
He also knows a lot more Vault Tech secrets and passwords than anyone. So I'm now wondering if where we see him in all that corporate bunkerness is connected to the 38.
Maybe I could see that. They're making they're in season 2 of a Fallout TV series. They're not making a movie.
Season 1's quite good.
Yeah, season 1's very good. Season 1's actually extremely good. And I was so hyped when they ended season 1 and with the very obvious hint of, hey, we're going to New Vegas.
Yep.
Because New Vegas is literally is she she might be the one that loses her eye. Is that the same woman?
But she had both her eyes.
Yeah, she had both.
Turned and looked back at the camera while she's running.
Yeah, she did have both. I mean, could she have like an artificial one that looks really good?
It could be that. Though she could have regenerated it depending on what.
Basically, what I'm trying to figure out is like I think she's a Vault 33. But I'm trying to figure out if she is from the past.
Well, you know what? We have like. I think we've had some open time in the evenings without a show.
We should go watch it and rewatch it because I definitely want to rewatch it at some point before the new season comes out, just so I can like really like refresh my brain on like everything that happened because I have a pretty good
Fallout with same thing with One Piece, so I want to rewatch the live action just to remind myself of what's in the live action
versus what you know from the TV, from the anime and everything. Yeah, it's a TV show and they've actually done a really good job with it. Like it's one of those like rare Netflix shows. Not Netflix.
It's Amazon.
It's one of those rare Amazon shows that's actually really, really good and has a phenomenal budget behind it, and they're actually using it well.
If you don't take the Rings of Power which is a big asterisk.
Yeah.
I think Amazon has a bit of a better
Reputation.
like hit record than Netflix does in regards to when they big budget a show. Not to say there aren't big failures, but I think they have a larger percentage that land.
That's fair.
Compared to Netflix, which shotgunned a lot more through the COVID era.
Yeah. Well, I also don't think they were giving those ones nearly as big of budgets as like they did Stranger Things or like One Piece or any of that stuff. But that's true. So there's a little bit of moisture still in some of these, so I'm gonna hit them with the blow dryer real quick. Yeah, moisture. Yeah, Harley. You did. It sounded pretty good, actually. Yeah. No, it did sound pretty good. I have to really listen to her for a while before I can start to do the Jersey accent. Oh yeah, they also had the Wheel of Time thing that did not do well either. Amazon did. I'm so sad by that because well, according to Craig, I don't think he as a fan received it well, but that's one person. It's true. You might rewatch Fallout tomorrow? Nice. Oh, let me actually do a quick plug. Speaking of, oh my God, I could not turn that off for a second. So while I've got a lot of people here and everybody's attention, I just wanted to call out that normally I do stream here on YouTube on Fridays. However, tomorrow, while I will be streaming, it will not be on my channel. I'm actually going to be, and I just want to, well, I don't know where my phone is, so I'm going to borrow this so that I can do that. And then just make sure I get his name on YouTube correct because I always forget and I'm bad. Okay, yes. So if you guys do want to see me streaming, I am going to be live, but, oh, sorry, yes. There we go. So if you guys do want to see me streaming tomorrow, you absolutely will be able to, but I'm not going to be here on my channel. I'm going to be over on my friend Dave Wonder's channel, which is just Dave Wonder. And oh yeah, we can show it actually.
Yeah, why don't you show it?
Because I forgot that we had that set up right now, even though we literally just used it. So yeah, this is the channel that I'm going to be streaming on. It's Dave Wonder. It's gonna be a charity stream. He is doing a 24-hour charity stream to help support, oh my God, what is that very common gaming Child's Play. Yes, I believe it is for Child's Play. So he's going to be doing some fundraising for Child's Play, and I hope that you guys can join us. I'm going to be right there at the very beginning. I will be on starting at 3 p.m. Pacific time. I think that means 6 p.m. Eastern or 9 p.m. GMT. Or 11 p.m. Sorry, 11 p.m. GMT. So those are the times I will be starting at 3 p.m. So yes, I am very, very excited to be doing that. This is something that I've done for the last like 4 years, 3 years at least, I think. Might be 3 or 4, I can't remember now. With Dave, and he has a lot of really cool guests that come on and chat. And if you like collecting action figures, repainting action figures, or just nerding out about things that get action figures made of them, then you'll probably, oh, the music is really loud, I'm so sorry. Oh God.
Sorry.
So sorry, guys.
That should be better.
Should be better now, so sorry. I do think we had something weird happen with our music, I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, what it is when we revealed that screen, it turned on a different audio channel. That is listening to the same music. So there were two audio channels with the music. One was quiet, one was really loud.
Oh, my apologies, folks. I'm so sorry. I did not realize that when we switched over. Good. I'm glad it's better now. So sorry. Yes, please do like the stream. Thank you, Neon.
It's the dramatic, heartbroken moment of the stream, everyone.
It is, and we're talking about charity.
The music swells to bring forth the emotion.
Exactly. But yeah, so if you want to see me tomorrow, starting at 3 p.m. Pacific, or your regional equivalent, I will be on the Dave Wonder channel with him chatting about action figures, repainting action figures, just basically everything nerdy involving franchises that get action figures, because that's really what Dave and his main crew are super into. And as somebody who collects Joy Toy action figures and is part of their little Instagram chat, where we talk about it fairly regularly, it's fun. I love it. I think you guys will enjoy it. Please stop by, and it is for charity. So if you have the ability to give and support Child's Play, then I would highly encourage you to do so, because it's such a great foundation, and I just really think it's great. That's why I go on and try to help Dave raise money for those kids. So please do join me tomorrow at 3 p.m. or your regional equivalent. On Saturday, I also will not be streaming on YouTube, but I will be streaming on my VIP page. So if you guys are, yes, OnlyFans VIP page. So if you are a VIP member, that's gonna be something that happens probably starting at 1 p.m. I haven't fully decided the start time, but it's gonna be a casual lewd hobby hangout stream. So I'll probably be working on some stuff. Haven't decided what yet, but I have.
You should have those primes, so maybe paint.
Yeah, it might be painting the props. If it's not that, I might be working more on the Orc Wah boat, because I have that I can paint as well, and then I could do some fun costuming, which might be very exciting. So regardless, that's gonna be happening on Saturday, probably a 1 p.m. start time, but I'll be posting about it on my socials the closer that we get to it, so you guys can follow me on all of those to make sure that you don't miss it. But that is basically me for streaming this week. I might end up starting to stream on Sunday. I don't know if we're starting this Sunday, but Chaos Cultist and I will probably discuss that off camera, and then we'll you'll see, if we are, you'll see a stream get scheduled for at some point on Sunday. But we do want to increase our streaming schedule. That was one of the things when we realized that we had gotten banned temporarily from streaming. We were like, man, that literally, they cut us off literally during our conversation talking about how we wanted to increase our streaming schedule.
Because I want to also just do more of we finished dinner because the sun sets now at 4:30.
Oh my God, yeah, it's killing me.
So it's sometimes after dinner I'm like, well, what if we just hopped on the stream for 3 hours and played Total War or
exactly
something like that.
So yeah, that is, and I think that's a great idea. I would love to get some more gaming stream, especially on the Sunday, just as a casual, just we're chilling, vibing with something. Especially because I also want to get more practice in on Total War, just because I know I have my upcoming stream with Shay, which is gonna start once the new Lords are out. And I actually shared with her, don't shake your head. I overwhelmed her, but that's because I did it intentionally a little bit to be I'm just gonna put a bunch of words into your head, and as you play the tutorial, it might help her.
It might also be very detrimental.
It might, and we'll find out, and I'll struggle through that when we're playing with her, or when I'm playing with her. And
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna be in this first campaign, I don't think.
No, I think it's just gonna be.
Since I would love to come in and be Doctorless.
You be Kemri.
Can I be Iggy Claw?
Oh my God! I mean, yes, in the future, but not in our first one. I think in our first one, it is just going to be me and Shay, and it is literally going to be me going in with a noob who's basically not played any major campaigns herself. She is going to play the tutorial, and I do hope that I can get some practice games in with her, leading up to it. And I did recommend she try Nakari, specifically because I think when we do play with the 2 new lords, we're gonna probably each pick the Slanesh lord. I think she's gonna end up being, I can't remember the character's name. It's like CTHATA or something like that. But it's the snake lady. And then I'm gonna be playing the mask. But I did sort of run down the entirety of the Immortal Empire campaign with her yesterday while she was over after we finished some other filming stuff. And I'm probably overwhelmed her. So Shay, if you watch this later or watching this now, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't completely overwhelm you with information. But my hope is that as you play the tutorial, you'll go, oh, Angela talked about that. Let me focus on this as an important thing. I mean, the main things that I told her was the objective is to absorb your enemies into your color scheme. And the ways that you want to do that as Slanesh, because that's who we'll be playing, is either through seducing them or literally just walking up to their front gate and conquering their asses. And those are the 2 main ways that you'll probably do that, because you can basically force them to become a vassal if you seduce them enough. Easy peasy. And then the other thing was like focus growth in the beginning. I was really clear about like, you probably want to focus on growth buildings and growth technologies in the beginning. And then I recommended Nakari because I believe that the mask and the other lady are both the 2 new Slanesh demon lords, because the mask definitely has to be, it is a demonette with a mask. And then I'm like, if the other lady is not a demon of Slanesh, then I'm confused because she has a snake ass and like multiple limbs, and has like a snake tongue and all that stuff. So like, she definitely has to be a demonette, or a Slanesh demon. So I think the technology trait that Nakari has, and then the main seduction like mechanic will be something that we will be engaging with. So I'm hoping that that will give her some like prep going into those campaigns. But I'm excited for it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Do not expect us to be playing super, super amazingly, because it'll be like her first major campaign. What?
I don't know if I can watch it. As the person who has to edit it, I'm terrified.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I mean, we could live stream it. We could just do it as a live stream. Like, what's the benefit of us doing an edited version?
We can see both viewpoints.
Good point. Yes, because we would be able to record.
I also think it would be recommended to do the first times with Shay.
Without a chat, like... Was that our cat? Gita? Baby? What's up? What's up? You want to come out? I'm not standing, so you can. Yeah, come here. She just started crying. Gita. Oh, does she want food? Okay, follow her and let me know if she takes you to her bowl. We will have fun playing together. Like, that's the thing, is like, it's just meant for us to have fun together, and I just kind of want to introduce her to more games. She's been introducing me to some games, so I figured why not do the same. And since Total War is literally one of my favorite games, and I've sort of been like dragging her slowly into the Warhammer community, I figured why not throw her into a Warhammer game. One of the most complex Warhammer games possible, yeah. To be fair, she has played, I believe...
A Rogue Trader would be that.
Yeah, true. She has played Vermintide, so she's at least like somewhat familiar with like old world people. But we obviously aren't gonna be playing Skaven, so it's not gonna really matter. Her references will not matter in that regard, except for like we might fight them. But and we don't plan on doing too many battles except for like the ones I have to, because I myself am not super great at doing the battles, and I don't know if she's gonna like grok the controls super fast, and I'd rather not it be frustrating or boring to watch.
Well, based on my experience with you,
yes,
you will take approximately 15 years to teach her the game.
Oh, okay.
So that's about how long it's taken you to learn the game.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I mean, like, if we play more consistently, I don't think it'll take that long. The problem with me is I take long breaks and then forget everything that I learned.
To get this woman to remember how to move formation.
Okay, let me tell you a story. So he gave me control of
1 unit.
1 unit. It was
Elsbeth von Draken.
yeah, I was gonna say it was Elsbeth von Draken. It was his lord, his legendary lord, and I almost lost us. Hey, Kita. I almost lost us that mission battle because
he kept running the caster into melee
yeah,
instead of using the spells.
yeah, I was dumb. I was a little bit dumb. Listen, it was my first game, my second game back from an extended hiatus, I guess. Come here. Meow. Yeah. They can kind of see you. You're very cute. All right, I think these are actually dry, so I'm gonna flip them.
Did you see the pool? They flipped the bitch.
They flipped the bitch. Okay, I have not done anything on that one or that one. That's fine.
Alright, I am going to maybe actually go play a video game now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Have fun.
Alright.
I'm gonna go until 5, and then we can go get food.
Cool.
Cool. Exactly. All right. Oh my gosh. I need to specifically do some stuff on these guys down here. So let's work on that. Thank you, Craft Paint, for reactivating pretty easily with just a smidge of water. Okay. You sniffing around, Kita? Exploring the shop? Okay, this is looking great. Okay, and then I want to do that one. Okay, and then let's go ahead and wet that a little bit more so we can lift a lot of it back, right back off. There we go. There. Oh no, there was no wardrobe malfunction. What happened with the temporary ban was we violated community guidelines by showing a unpainted prop 3D print of a Fallout weapon, and YouTube went, oh my god, that's a real gun, and shut the stream down and then temporarily ban us from streaming for 24 hours. That's all. No wardrobe malfunction or anything like that. We only have controlled wardrobe malfunctions in the appropriate places. Yeah, it was pretty dumb on their part. I do think what it ended up being is because it was a live stream and there was not really a lot of like buffering in between when we were showing it and like YouTube's AI being able to like go, is this actually a weapon, or is like, oh my God, what could happen with this? Like, so basically, I think there's a difference. I think YouTube has a difference in regards to its AI behavior when it comes to flagging things and taking things down, when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to live streaming versus a pre-rendered video. Because when you put a YouTube video up online, you go through like a process, like a processing process, which is the AI going, let me watch this, see what everything is happening in here. Is this okay to go up? And like, which is why I think people are able to get away with like building and making videos about building a 3D prop gun. But I think that because we were showing it on a live stream and the AI only has like a 10 to 20 second buffer window of like the next scene to go out because we're live, because it's not a pre-recorded thing. It just went, oh my God, and just shut us down. So thankfully we got it resolved relatively quickly. Like it was stressful. But I was pretty confident we were gonna be fine. It was just annoying to like wait, because like they didn't really do a super good job of like talking to us about it or anything like that. So yeah, just a little stressful, little stressful. Whoa, buddy, calm down. Stop sliding all over the place. To avoid the problem I had on the first test piece where I ended up needing to really redo the Nuka-Cola letters, I'm trying to clean up those sections in the middle a little bit more than I did previously, while still being a bit grungy. But I'm okay with them being a little bit dirtier or cleaner than maybe I did previously. Just so those letters pop and I don't have to do as much work on them. There we go. Also, because I think a lot of our actual weathering is going to come from the weathering powders rather than the paint, you know what I mean? Take a drink of water. Yep. Yeah, so we have the Nuka-Cola caps. I have some, I don't think they're exactly the Sunset Sarsaparilla design, like the OG design, but we have some Sunset Sarsaparilla caps. The Nuka-Cola caps, of course. This is one that I finished and weathered and stuff. The Mentax MedTech pack, which I spilt some paint onto, but I'm kind of leaving it because it's messed it up a little bit and it's got some nice weathering. And these are, we need to either really bevel out this groove or like smooth this out, because it's such a tight fit that I don't think I can really actually use it to put things in, but it looks pretty cool. I've also printed a cherry version of the Mentats container. This one is stuck shut. Like, I cannot get it back apart. We've also done a stim pack, which I will be having a video about next week. And a fusion core, which I need to do a little bit of paint work on, and a little bit of file work, but it's looking good. And then of course we have the pipe pistol, but I can't show that to you guys because YouTube would freak out. And I've had enough of YouTube freaking out at me for this week, so don't really want to deal with that. Focus on the coin. There we go. That's pretty good. And I have a whole bunch more that I need to continue to weather. I also need to do the inside because I have, look how shiny that is. So we'll fix that in a moment. But I kind of want to start doing some of the weathering on these other caps, especially the ones that have dried fully. So I'm gonna start working on that. Get a couple of them correct. Hello, Keto. Welcome back. Meow. That's a good idea. I could use the Dremel on it. The problem is I'm worried about the microplastics that might throw. Because it doesn't really, like, PLA doesn't sand super well. Like, it can be sanded, but it's not really fond of it. So I need to, what I need to do is I need to order one of those foot massagers. Apparently they work really well. Not foot massagers, the foot, like, grinders, like the foot sanders. Because those apparently work really well for, like, sanding PLA without destroying it. Okay. Powders. Let's do, you know what, let's do our dirt layer first, actually. Peter, what are you eating? Hey, hey. No. Do not eat that. Just popped it right off. What was it? There we go. Mud. Oh, I know what I can do. Where are my cheap brushes? Let's go with you. Where's my soot? Ah, there it is. Yeah, that's my concern, is that the Dremel might go through the PLA really fast and just shred it. It's also printed in layers, which can, like, the Dremel can rip apart, from my understanding. I haven't actually physically had this happen to me, but I've heard that it's something that can happen. So that's my only concern about using the Dremel on it, but it's a good idea. It could still work. I should try it. It's not like I can't print more. These are test pieces, so... And it'd be great if I could actually, like, put things in it, like... Well, mentats, for example. Okay. All right, let's go with our sponge, back to our sponge. And I want the one that I've been using the silver with. rust one? I think it's this one. Stepper bits work really well on the brittle stuff. It turns it by hand, not a machine. I learned it the hard way that the orbital sander is definitely too much friction on any. Oh yeah, I actually, Baldur's Sky, I had the same problem. I was working on the helmet actually. I was trying to sand back some of the wood filler that I had applied to it with my orbital sander. It took way too much off. I was able to salvage it thankfully because I had done a really thick layer, but like legitimately I was a little stressed. I was a little stressed by that, so I haven't used it again since, but I've heard the foot sanders are really good. Yeah, it's a good idea. I could test it on the extra stuff that I have. Oh God. The reason I'm concerned about the Dremel is because like I've watched enough other people, like, because I've been looking into this stuff, who also do 3D printing and prop making, and they recommend not using a Dremel or a orbital sander because it can be way too harsh. But yeah, I mean, testing, it's always, like anytime you're doing something that you're not used to doing with your projects, like testing, it's always the best idea. It's pretty dark, so we're gonna go back to our brown. Like what that's doing. I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy caught up to where these two are, and then I'll do the silver, because I think that's really gonna make them stand out. Sponge brown. Okay, now it is time for the silver sponge. I think that's this one. Okay. So I think now what I want to do is flip her upside down, and I want to get some of this in here. Kind of grind it into things. There also was a little bit of wet paint in here still. Frankly, is doing some interesting things in there, so I'll take it. All right, and then I want my sponge. My other sponge? There it is. No. This sponge. Yes, this is the sponge. Wait. Yes, this is the sponge. Oh. I was losing my mind. Oh, I like that. But now I want to do a light grazing of the silver in there just to pop a couple highlights. That look appropriately dirty. I guess you can kind of see paint lines still. Let me see if I can fix that. Let's see if I can fix that. I guess this is the underside. It doesn't really super matter. Oh, it's because my paint is flaking. That's why. Well, what if I just cake it back on there and let it dry a little bit more, and then apply a little bit more powder so I can match it back. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I like that, and then I'm gonna come back in with the powder once that's dried and re-silver a little bit to bring some of that highlight back. But let me, because I want it to be a little bit more like, see how this one you see more of the silver? I kind of want it to be a little bit more like that. I feel like I went a little too dark in comparison. I mean, granted, I haven't done anything yet to this, but I want to see if I can go maybe a little less heavy in the edges. Or around the whole thing, and just also are you dry fully? Okay, this one looks dry fully. That was my other problem. Is that last one, the interior was not fully dry like I thought it was. Jesus. Okay. Knocked that off, but oh well. It's fine, I caught it. Or I got it back. Yeah, it looks nice and dirty on the inside, I definitely agree. Hello, Tritarch6687. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you back in chat. I feel like it's been a while. Okay, I like what's going on in this one. I want to enhance that silver. Trying to get the powder out of the brush so that I can get a bunch of silver onto my brush. Oh my god, that is like such a perfect match. Holy shit. Look at that. That feels natural. That looks, I'm really happy with that. God, it shines so good. I also don't like working with oil anything. Paint, pastels, washes. I'm not a big oil fan user. I do know that there are some definite benefits to it. I will not deny that. In college, I had to use oil paints for a couple of specific projects and I never enjoyed it. I don't like how it doesn't actually ever dry. So I'm a little hesitant. But I have heard at least oil washes are really cool and I've seen some really fun effects with them. So give me some time. My main focus actually going forward with new hobby techniques is actually getting back into my airbrush and doing more of that. Just spit into the idiot. All right, I'm so smart. Focus. Which do you guys like more? Do you like the slightly softer? I guess they're pretty similar to each other. Yeah, they're pretty similar to each other. Okay, cool. Never mind. Just kidding. I don't care which one you like more. looks a little bit more natural. Okay, that one's ready. Let's get this one stuck back on. And they both look great. Excellent. Got a bunch of powder all over my ones that I'm not actually working on. Whoops. Be a little mindful of that. Are you dry yet? Oh my god, you're not fucking dry already. Good lord. Good lord. Paint. It's almost like sitting and watching it just makes it go slower. Okay. Okay. I think it's looking pretty good. Well, that's not how that works. All right, let's get the next one started. It was smart to switch to just a normal brush for doing this. I feel like it's just giving me so much more control. What do we think of that? I did a little bit of silver to make it look like the paint's chipping. What do we think of that compared to this one that has, hold on, no paint chipping. So no paint chipping, paint chipping. No, they're just cheap craft paintbrushes that I bought from Hobby Lobby. Oh, you mean this one? Yeah, so Tamiya weathering powders will come with a it is kind of a makeup brush. However, this is shit. Like, it just pops out constantly. And I cannot get it to stay in there. So like, I like this side for the powders, but frankly, I just use cheap craft brushes and it works way better. Look how shiny my fingers are. I'm turning into a metallic man. Yeah. I think those are looking good. Appropriately weathered. Okay, are you dry? I can finally do the silver and fix my atrocious mistake in there. Focus. So much better. So much better. Okay. Flipper? Oh my gosh, where did I get all this white from? Fuck, have I got that on my project? Fuck. I just got like a bunch of white paint on my hand. I mean, I have some white paint there. When did I touch it? What? Okay, well, I think it's dry, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much, but like, I don't even know where that came from. Popped it off again. Okay. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I need a little bit. Well, I'm not gonna do that, I guess, yet. Okay, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop these guys off and get the next batch started on. Ooh, oh my gosh, on our drawing process, because these guys have been prepped. And I'm feeling pretty good about them. They're weathering, but I can do that together all in once, but they don't need to actually be taking up the space. So I'm gonna put those there. They're partially done. Those ones are done. Should I go wash my hands? I think I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick, chat. Mostly because I realize I have a white shirt on and I don't want to touch my shirt accidentally with my hands right now with all this powder on it. And since I'm going to be doing paint stuff instead of powder stuff right now, I figure it would probably be best not to get this into the paint as well. So I think I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick. I'm not gonna bother putting you guys to BRB, but I'm going to, oh, did my music stop? Oh, I think it did. This is what we were listening to. Okay, well, I'm resetting it because I really liked that. I like that soundtrack. And I'm feeling the vibes of it. So I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick. Don't go anywhere. It won't be too long, but yeah, these need to be cleaned. They have been very dirtied. So I'll be back soon. Enjoy the music, and I'll see you in just a second. I'm just gonna leave you here with Chair. So enjoy your chat with Chair, and I'll be back soon. Where's my mouse? There we go. There we go. All right. I have returned. Okay, I got new soda and I washed my hands. They're not like perfectly clean, but they're better. They're way better. So let's go ahead and get another round of tape and another Peak Cinema with chair. What just stopped a minute ago? Oh, the music, you mean? Yeah, I think it just got very soft because it ended. The playlist that I was listening to ended, but it's fine. I got it back on now. Thank you. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Ugh. Well, I just pulled all the stick off of that. That's fantastic, Angela. Good jorb. Good jorb, you moron. Okay, well, I think that'll work well enough. Well, yes, Kita, I am kind of done. Meow. Can I get... Oh, it had powder on. I was like, what did it just take off of the piece? Powder. I need to, oh, when I have Shay over, I'm just gonna use the chairs. The problem is that the chairs are fine for like a stream. It's just doing multiple streams in a row was hurting my back. Like maybe eventually down the line, but I don't plan on having Shay over regularly enough yet to justify buying another stool when I just don't necessarily have the cash right now for a second one. Oh yeah, this is a common trick if you want to keep something stationary while you're painting it, but you don't necessarily have a good surface for it. You can use tape on like cardboard. Some people will just paint their miniatures this way, like using tape and cardboard and such. Or corkboard usually, but that's what the same, I mean, it's the same concept as this, just in a big flat row. There's also how people prime a lot of the times, is they'll use tape, put whatever they want to prime down on the board and just, especially if you're batch priming. This is a batch painting, batch priming technique. Can I get the remaining cats? I'm not doing the outsides right now. No, come on, I can do it. I believe. I also believe in Joe Hendry. It depends on what you're airbrushing. If you're doing your priming and such, yes, but the problem is that airbrushing produces a lot of particulates into the air. So you actually want to do it into an airbrushing booth normally to help catch those particulates and vent them out so that you aren't breathing them in, because otherwise, congratulations, you're breathing in a lot of paint. Like particles and whatever's in that paint particle. So it could work, but you'd have to put it in a booth in order to like, or go outside with it, I guess. I'm sure people have done it. I just don't think, I don't think I'd do it for controlled stuff, but I don't know. It could work for batch airbrushing in a more detailed capacity, but I don't know. I'll have to try it at some point. I do want to get an airbrush station set up, so in the garage, especially now that we've moved the 3D printer out of here and into formerly known as exclusively the Lego room, but no longer. That's looking cool. I don't know why I went sort of like, I don't know. I don't know why I went into an accent there. Hey. Stop messing with things on the floor. Cat's like, no. Stop leaving things on the floor for me to mess with, then, mother. Fine, Kita, I will. You just seem to keep finding it out of thin air somehow. Thank you for subscribing, STN Dunman. Stan Dunman? But thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Oh, you guys can't even see the ones I'm working on because the thing is so long. There we go. At least when I'm doing the undersides of the caps, it's pretty self-contained, so I'm not like making too much of a mess and my tape is really holding. Oh man, I'm starting to get hungry. Like, you know how sometimes when you just get like a hunger pain and it just kind of whacks you? That just happened to me. I'm like, oh. I think I thought about food for the first time in a while. Like, dinner sounds nice. Well, hopefully I can get this. Yeah, I've got time. I want to get all of these filled in, sponged out, and then set over off yonder to dry. And then we'll keep working on the ones that we do have finished already and continue working on the weathering powder stuff. With that, get my hands dirty again, or more dirty. Yes, she's the little explorer. She likes coming into the garage when I have the door open. Like, not the garage door open, but like the door to the house to the garage open. Your home is all well? That's great, Michael. Glad to hear it. No, we batch print them. You can get about like 20 or 30 on one plate, I think. I think at least 20. It might be a lot more than that, but we've definitely batch printed them. It would take for, I mean, I guess it would be very inefficient, I think, to print them individually. Especially because there's color changes on these prints. Like, I'm using 3 colors, which immediately produces more waste. So doing them in larger batches, I think actually does limit that waste, because otherwise you're creating that new waste every time you print them in each one. And I think that would ultimately amount to more. So I think it'd be less inefficient. Or less efficient is what I meant to say. Can I get them all filled before the first one's dry so that I can do my sponging? Or should I have paused, done like half of them, and then gone back to the other half? That's the question, chat. Yeah, no, batch makes definitely more sense. With the smaller things, if you're wanting to make multiples, it's always just better to do it in a batch. Because the printer handles doing batches fine. It's me that doesn't like batch painting because I get bored. But, hey, look at me. I've been batch painting all day today, and I haven't stopped yet. So I'm getting better at it. Okay. Okay, I think everything is still wet. Let's come in with our paper towel. Yeah, definitely. I think chatting. I mean, we also like paused and talked about Fallout 2's new or Fallout New Vegas's. Sorry, oh my god, the Fallout TV series is a season 2 trailer, and like we talked about other things too. So I've had some distractions here or there that has like given me a pause from what the process that I find tedious. I think the other thing too is, unlike with painting a miniature versus working on props, this is a very free form. I can kind of just be messy. And that makes batch painting, in my opinion, way more tolerable because I don't have to care as much. Like, I still want it to look good, but I want these to look dirty. So like, I'm not gonna be, you know, super crazy anal about it. Okay, I dabbed a little bit more out. What do we think? I think that's looking pretty good. Yeah, I think I like that. Because they're still shiny, but they definitely look dirty. So that's a great foundation start for us. I'm gonna set them back here to start drying. Whew, I just got very cold. I'm gonna drink some cold soda now. Thank you. Okay. All right, let's get these on some more caps. The coloring on this right now actually kind of makes this look like a bottle cap on a soda in the screen with me in it. because all you see is the slight yellowish, like, tan color, which could be the old-timey Coca-Cola bottles. It threw me off for a second. I literally looked down at the screen and was like, do I have a Coke bottle? No, that's dumb. It's a Nuka-Cola, of course. Angela, you've been literally working on Nuka-Cola things this entire time. You dumbass. This putty sucks. I hate the way it tears. And I don't feel like it actually is sticky even when I warm it up. Like, I've warmed this up so much and I feel like it's just does not want to hold in. I don't know where I got this stuff, but I do not like it. Okay, I think it'll be fine though. Just get over yourself, Angela. Just shove it on there. There we go. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. It is already 4:30, which means it's probably dark outside. Whatever the consistency they've put into this mud texture paint, or powder specifically, I really like. Ooh, that's... Okay. I think that's looking good. I'll get a little bit of brown on there. Is it just you, or does the paint palette dry slowly? Is it just you, or does the paint on my palette dry slower than the paint I put on the caps? You're just curious. So it depends. I mean, paint will dry faster the thinner it's applied, and it's pretty thick on my palette right now, which is why it looks so prominent. So yeah, I would definitely say that that can be true. But that's normally because of the thickness of the paint. That's why whenever you watch like most people talking about painting miniatures, they always tell you to thin your paints in some regard, whether or not they're quoting Lord Duncan or just doing it themselves to be like, no, legitimately like thin your paints. That's why. I'm making this one dirtier because this is one of the fucked up ones. We had one batch when we printed these that kind of got jank. So I figure I'm gonna make the ones that are a little jankier, a little dirtier. Oops. Let's see. Dirt in there. Like this thing has just been like, this one actually I kind of want to look like it had been buried. So I may not do as much like silver brightening on it. All right, now that we've done that, we can move on to the silver. My hands are immediately super dirty again. It's almost like that's what I get for working with powders. So it won't stick to the powder. I should have guessed that. Oh, no, that's okay. Not a problem. You're always allowed to ask obvious questions. Okay, or things that you might come to realize has an obvious answer, but like, I get it. It's not always obvious when you first propose the question, so please don't feel like worried about that. You can always ask those kind of questions. I think I'm gonna leave that one, my extra dirty boy. It's lost a little bit of its shimmer because it is actually caked in dirt. I mean, it is, but you also want to thin it so that it's not gooping all over your model. Because if you apply really a thick paint to a 3D object, I mean, hell, you even notice this when you apply it to canvases. If you goop it on there, it's gonna be really just a blob of paint. And while sometimes artists will use really thick paint techniques on canvases to get a lot of texture onto the canvas so that it looks very like that. If you were to physically touch that canvas, you would feel the textured paint or whatever. Obviously you're not meant to, but like that's kind of, you're supposed to see that it's textured. Whereas like, and you see this I think a lot more sometimes with like oil paintings, where some oil painters will put their stuff on really flat, smooth, and that's how you get that hyper realistic look. Other oil painters are like, I want to use the texture of the oil paint because that shit's thick, and I want to make like big, beautiful, rocky like mountains and landscapes that look like they're coming off the page at you or whatever. So there's two very like different techniques, and so there's definitely ways that you might want to use really thick paint on a piece, but generally on a miniature, because it's so small, the thick paint is going to glob up into the recesses of your model and make them go away. Like in the same way that I have been using filler primer and the wood filler to remove the mold lines on my 3D printed pieces to smooth them down, if you glob paint on really heavily to your models, you are going to lose your details over time, especially if you end up layering them. Which I think a lot of people, like back in the day especially, were a lot more prone to. I think that's less common of a newbie mistake, because there's so many people out there going, don't do this. But there are definitely reasons where you may want, not on a model, but like I think in other art like fields, I definitely think there could be reasons why you might want to glob on paint. But I think it would mostly make sense on a canvas piece, not a 3D print, like a 3D model. Because really, you're putting paint to enhance that 3D model, not cover up its details, right? Hello.
Great. How good?
Good. These ones are done.
I like it. I really like this dirty one.
So that was one of the fucked up ones on the backside, so I made it extra
nice.
dirty to
Nice.
like.
I like it.
So on some of these, I did a little bit of of silver
I
to
see
make
that.
it look chipping. Do you think it is effective? Do I need to do it more?
No, don't do it. More.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's like a glazed on thing.
Yeah.
I need to get in here.
Sure.
Quick. Thank you.
Yep. I'm going to. I've got like about 10 minutes or so.
Well, thank you
Yay!
for-
Oh, why did you? Well, yeah, why are you needing the torture pick?
Oh, interrogation.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So, not telling 2976, the reason that I was banned was because on Tuesday, oh my god, this is a very messy thing. On Tuesday, I was streaming. I was working on some props, actually for Warhammer 40k. I was doing some sanding, and Chaos Cultist was hanging out with me, and he had just finished checking on the piece that he was working on, which is a Fallout 4 pipe pistol prop. And he had just pulled it back in because it had finished its drying cycle for the filler primer he had put on it, and he was showing it off. And YouTube's algorithm, or the AI, went, holy shit, that's a gun. Even though we said out loud that this is a prop 3D printed non-functional weapon from a video game that you can see all over the world, or all over the place on like YouTube, blowing people's heads off. So it's not even like if we're getting shut down for just showing an unusable prop, then all those video games streamers should also be shut down for showing those. No, I'm kidding. Because I'm one of those streamers. Don't do that. But like, I feel like it's a little bit of a double standard on YouTube's part. But I think what ended up happening is that because it was a live stream and there's only like a 20 to 30 second buffer between when you as the viewer see it and my recording, like my stream is, I'm saying the thing, like there's that limited buffer. The AI like bots who check for community violations just saw the prop weapon, didn't pay attention to anything we were saying. They just looked at it, saw the screen, and went, oh my god, that's a gun, and then shut us down. So that's why we got temporarily banned. Thankfully, because it was our first offense and we reached out to them. I don't know if that actually helped, but we did reach out to them. And we ended up only having a 24-hour ban, which was great. We were very worried that it potentially could be like up to 2 weeks, which would have sucked. But that's not what ended up happening, and we were able to just come back today. So normal streaming schedules should remain. We're actually going to be increasing our streaming schedule, which was like the ironic thing about when we found out that we had been pulled from being live, because YouTube didn't really notify me. A friend of mine was watching my stream and she texted me, she's like, what happened to your stream? It's gone. And I'm like, what? So they didn't really tell us that they had pulled us down necessarily, or at least not on a place where I could specifically see it. And so I was very confused, had a little bit of a panic, but they told us we just had a community guidelines violation because they thought that our prop weapon was a real weapon, and it was not. Silly bots. But now we're gonna be a little extra careful about live streams and showing prop weapons, even though I feel like tons of other people do that. I literally watched a man who's way bigger than me, has a much larger audience, and he was building a a super powered Nerf weapon. And I'm like with 3D printed parts and stuff. And I'm like, but no, it's fine, it's fine. But yeah, so it was unfortunate that it happened, but at least it was very short of a ban. And now I just have a funny story. The good thing was I was very confident the day it happened that we didn't get a strike. Because like the last time that almost happened, we were like, the channel was affected and we could tell immediately. In this instance, they were just like, we're not letting you stream. And then we checked literally this yesterday, in about the afternoon, literally almost 24 hours after it happened. And we were like, oh, we can stream again. Cool. Guess the normal stream's happening on Thursday then. Sweet. I really like how the sides have turned out. They all look so good. All right, where is... Oh, I did them. I did all three. Okay, cool. Well, let me show off my pieces. There we go. Doo-doo-doo. It's amazing the color difference between the two cameras. This camera is showing actually them slightly more true, I think, to what it looks like to me in real life. They're a bit more Christmassy red. I think it's this one. Yeah. But yeah, I think these look good. I almost dropped that in wet paint. That would have been atrocious. My bottle caps. And I can put them in my really janky Vault-Tec tin. Boop. They look so good actually in there. Flip a couple more of them over. Sliding here. I'll show it to you down here. They look good. Look at that. They look like actual bottle caps. Look at that. So happy. I get 4 caps per tooth. Oh my. Oh my. It's true. Well, I have plenty more. Because as you can see, I've got all of these which are ready to go for their powders. So a bunch more here, and then these ones are in progress. Excellent. Okay, well, that's pretty much it for me today. I will, real quick before... It's true, I need even more. Listen, we'll get there, okay? We'll get there. But let's go over the streaming schedule really quickly before we finish. As I mentioned earlier, tomorrow I will not be streaming on my channel, but I will be on my friend Dave Wonder's charity stream for Child's Play. So if you want to contribute to a good cause and help get some kids some games and everything, then come over to that stream. It's at Dave Wonder. You can just Google, YouTube search Dave Wonder and you'll find it. I will be posting links, of course, tomorrow through my Instagram and Twitter and all of that, so you'll see it. I'll even put one on YouTube community so that you guys will see where I'm at. But that's gonna be happening tomorrow, so that's my only stream tomorrow. And then I need a party pooper and little horn inside to go off when... It's true, I do. Oh, a party popper. A party popper, yes. Very true, Jay, very true. But so yeah, I'm gonna be on Dave's charity stream tomorrow, starting at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard, or, sorry, I had an itch in my face and I didn't want to use my hands because I was going to get smidge powder all over myself. Or your regional equivalent. So I think 6 p.m. for East Coasters and then 11 p.m. for those of you in Europe, or the UK at least. And then on Saturday, I will be streaming. It will be a hobby stream, but it's going to be a lewd hobby stream over on my OnlyFans VIP page, which I highly encourage you to check out. It is the best deal if you want my spicy content, 100%. It is your best deal. And I will be streaming more regularly over there. So if you like these streams, but you're like, man, I wish maybe she was just a little less dressed, that's where to do it. So anyways, hope to see you guys there on Saturday. That will be a stream starting more than likely at 1 p.m. But I will be posting about that on my socials as well, so keep your eyes out for that. And then there is a chance that we're gonna be streaming on Sunday. So I haven't decided when that will happen, But it's something that Chaos Cultist and I have definitely been talking about, and we want to increase our streaming schedule and start doing potentially some evening streams as well here on YouTube. So you'll probably see us here on Sunday, but you will not see me on YouTube on Saturday. That'll only be on OnlyFans on my VIP page, link in the description below. Otherwise, tomorrow I'll be over on Dave Wonder's YouTube page for the charity stream, and we'll be back here on Tuesday for our normal hobby stream. So, hope you guys are excited for all of that. Hope you're excited for the potential and increased streaming schedule from us. And yeah, I had a great day. I got a lot done. And I feel like, I mean, getting all of that started feels really good. So I'm really happy with how things went today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. To everybody who gifted a subscriber or just donated something today, you guys rock. Thank you so much. To all of my YouTube members and potentially patron members who are hanging out in chat with me today, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Your contribution to the Hobby Night community is greatly appreciated. Like, you genuinely help us create content like this. So it's lovely to hang out with you and chat with you. Hope you had a great time. And to everybody else who hanged out with me, thank you guys. It's always lovely to have you here, and especially if you're a very active chatter, but even if you're just lurking. I always love having people just lurking, hanging out, absorbing all of the bullshit that I say, and just enjoying the content. So thank you guys. Have a good night. Chaos Cultist, thank you for hanging out with us for a little bit.
It's been my pleasure.
Yay! And we'll see you next time, everybody. Bye.